Christ is happening in this chat right now? Have you all gone mad? Have you all been huffing from the moth dust? Is that what it is? You've all been huffing from Vincent Price's bag of moth dust. Because oh, Jesus Christ. Burn it! Burn the motherfucker! He's after Vincent Price's bag of precious moth dust. You're asking me if I became mad because you should know better. I mean, you didn't become mad, you just got madder. You huffed Vincent Price's moth dust, and you know, it sent you a wee bit doolally. But yeah, been a while, Genkai. It has been a while. I've not really had much time to play, I can never remember the fucking name of that game. Once Human. So yeah. I've just not had much that I had way too much other stuff that I've wanted to get done, and decided to play through some of my backlog instead of committing to a game that I know I wasn't going to commit to long term. Where's Observer Marlin going? Where does he go when he's not at the event? Where are you going? I'm kind of curious where he's going. Life? Don't lie, none of us have lives. Giant? Taxidermy giant leopard moth. Or is he just going to the church? Yeah, he's just going to the church. Not worth following him. Not worth following him at all. Right. Drink Nuka-Cola orange. Craft bulk steel. Scrap junk to produce asbestos. I mean, as good of a thing as any to craft on this. You know what? If I don't die from radiation, I may as well die from deadly, deadly asbestos. We don't have them, but it happens. Well, yeah, I suppose life finds a way. What the fuck did I just do that for? Right. If I need to kill some overgrown, let's just... Oh, I need to make my own party, don't I? Leave team. I've always got like an expedition on the go, so I don't have to fucking wait in the helicopter scene to get into it. Because I hate that helicopter scene. It also makes filming videos a lot easier if I need to do this part. I can just jump in quickly. Which is why my timer is always fucked. For I have become death waves around electric fly swatter zap zap. I mean, that just sums up any game I've ever seen you play, man. So, I mean... I got myself Far Cry free to play it until the damn event ends. Well, something I saw is that the whole bundle of all the Doom games is currently out for like 27 quid on Steam, which is quite cool. God damn it. I fucking hate Overgrown. I really do. You little Bernie bastards. So yeah, there's all of the Doom. I don't find the Mothman Camille... Yeah, John, 100%. I am on the same boat as you. The Mothman event is absolute, utter pish. And I don't know why we've had it so many times already. Like, we had 2 weeks of it before. Why have we been given it again? Like, they should have just went, you know what, they've had enough of Mothman. Let's just give them a double mutation weekend. But no, they decided that the smartest thing to do would be to give us another... What, are we getting it for another 2 weeks? If we're getting it for another 2 weeks, why? Fucking why? Like, legitimately, it just... it just feels like they're forcing these events on us this year. Yeah, I would have much well, I wouldn't say Mothman's better than Fashion Act. I would have rather Fashion Act. At least Fashion Act has good rewards coming out of it. You know, rare masks are definitely something I would much rather. You'd rather have Meat Week? No. That is a statement I can't agree with, ever. I would rather gargle rancid rat piss than have Meat Week. Ugh. Like, Meat Week. Don't fucking say weenie wagon to me. No, wait, no. Just no. No. I don't want Meat Week. Ennis, have you been drinking? Because it looks to me like you've been drinking. If you think these things for real. Like, I think you need an ice pick lobotomy if these are your opinions. Don't Baron Weenie Wagon me. People's camps are very confusing. Right. What am I even looking for? Is that a chemistry bench I'm looking for? Is that what I need for bulk? Or is that a tinker's bench? I think it's a tinker's bench. Which, logically, I could have just put down my tent, but I wasn't thinking. I don't have taste. You're the one that said you like dogwood die off. I think any argument you could have made has been dispelled. Like, everybody's like, no. Just no. 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 Just, the thought of actually going and doing dogwood die off is just dire. So I need to destroy robots and gather asbestos. Gauss weenie... No one wants a Gauss weenie wagon. No one wants a weenie wagon flying at them at fucking Mach 11. Well, I mean, Genkai probably does. But he sits at his window with the window open, hoping the weenie wagon's going to fly in through the window and molest him. Being able to shoot weenies would be a great honor for our Might Baron. What? I'm not the fucking weenie Baron. I'm not any Baron at all. There we go. Sir, could you stop shooting me through walls? Now die. I said die. There we go. Who's shooting me in the back? What the? You sneaky little shit. You'd love to have a wiener werfer? Weeblord 420. I love the Snowman Weather Station, but I wish it didn't make my interiors into Siberia. Yeah, you would think that they would have some sort of thing that would stop it from going through roofs, but you know, they're not that smart. But yeah, welcome to the stream, Weeblord. How are you getting on? Welcome. What's crack-o-lacking? We're just doing some dailies at the moment while we're waiting around. Now, I am expecting someone to show up in the chat soon, but I don't actually know what time they're coming on at. I'm assuming they're coming on. So we might see a special guest that I'm sure a few of you will be happy to see. Where is the things for me to shoot? I suppose I might check in on this little tool, see if they've got anything good. Mods. Do you have any Enclave stuff? You do not. I really need to reinstall my freaking mods, but then they're just going to break in like a week or two. Night night, buddy. You have a good sleep. Make sure you shut the door. Am I meant to actually just kill the robots? I totally, yeah, destroy a robot. Does the Weenie Baron have a monopoly over all weenie? I mean, I don't know. I am not the Weenie Baron, so I can't rightly tell you that. Stop crawling at me, you creepy little bastard. There we go. Hey Lewis, how you getting on? Welcome back. Back again. Welcome back. Tell a friend. How you getting on? How's your evening, week, month, year, decade, century, millennium? I don't know what comes after millennium. Epoch? Eon? Era? Whatever. Whatever one of those are. Right, where are we going? Alright, ooh, fair ghoul horde. Let's shoot some ghoulies in the ghoulies. Eternity. No, Eternity surely would be after all of those. Like, I still don't know which one specifically comes after Millennium. Mainly because I don't know my time things. Okay, this is going to be what... Nope, never mind. The ghoul was killed by something. I guess I'm going to Irrational Fear. Because I have an irrational fear of bees. I don't. Like, I am allergic to wasps, though. That is a problem. I also recently applied for the curator program for Dune Awakening, so hopefully we'll get some word from them about that as well. I'm starting to start an I Hate Turtle fan club. Who's with me? I'm going to be honest, Sean. The question comes to why. Why specifically are you starting a I Hate Turtle fan club? And do you mean Angry Turtle, or just turtles in general, or, you know, a different turtle that we're talking about, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Because that is a club that I cannot join. I love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
This makes nightmares feel like fairy tales.
This makes nightmares feel like fairy tales. Oh, I forgot to put on...
Makes nightmares feel like fairy tales.
Oh, shut the fuck up, you.
I have nightmares.
You goddamn bee. Where did he go? He's over there. The angry variety. That still doesn't answer the why, though.
Is that buzzing?
Bees! Bears! He's gonna die. I know he's gonna die because I don't have friendly fire like I assumed I had. Ooh, I'm gonna die. Yep, he's definitely gonna fucking expire in a couple of seconds. You goddamn bees, keep focusing on me. You better regenerate your health, you little dipshit. There we go.
That one's done. Just
right, let's see. His accent just kills me, and I know he can't help it. Kills you as in makes you laugh, or kills you as in just kills your motivation to watch him? Because that's exactly why I can't watch him. Like, his voice just does not make me want to watch him. Yep, Beckham's about to die. Oh well. Damn you, bees! I think I killed myself there. Right, we'll spawn here. Hey, Neely. Been having a bad time. Had my right leg. Fucking what, Neely? Fucking repeat that, please. You've had your leg amputated. What the fuck did you do? What the fuck happened? We need more information than just it got amputated. What did you do? Are you okay? I have to make a joke. Are you getting a pirate leg? Are you getting a peg leg? But yeah, what the fuck happened, man? Like, genuinely, what happened? Are you okay? Is everything else fine? Because that's... What the fuck? Yeah, I think the homesteads have been destroyed. What? What the fuck? That's a hell of a fucking bomb to drop into the channel.
We found an area we'd like to have a closer look at.
Fucking
We're
hell.
transmitting coordinates to the local bot stop. Proceed there.
Nearly did you try to escape from a cell? I mean, well, no one nearly maybe, but like, there must be like an actual reason to it. Like, what's happened? Ooh. Hired ghouls.
Attention, citizens. Nuclear strike imminent.
Right, let's see, that's
Please
dropping
exit the
there.
area at your earliest
Do,
convenience.
do, 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 do.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Now, I don't think I'm going to get this event done before the robots and all that. What's up, Mungos? Mungos? How dare you, sir? I've never been a Mungo. I never grew up. How are you getting on, Prophet? How's your week been going? Yep, I had my last two toes of a couple of months back. The foot went septic. I've been in hospital. It saved my life. I'm back home, but it's hard as fuck. I can fucking imagine, man. Well, I can. Like, let's be honest. I can imagine that losing a leg is tough. I can't imagine how tough, but I can imagine it's tough. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully you, obviously, no pun intended, get back on your feet sooner rather than later. But the thing I would say about it is there are so many people that have amputated limbs out there that go on to lead perfectly normal and absolutely uneventful lives. So I'm sure you'll, after some rehabilitation time, be back roughly where you were at. I know that's not exactly any solace for losing a limb, but yeah, that is very much like, I mean, what do you say? Hopefully you are back to whatever you're doing. I mean, it gives you an excuse to not do much for a while at least, and you can relax and rest a little bit, but it's not a fucking good excuse, let's be honest. I can't imagine losing a limb, and I don't really want to imagine it. I don't want to experience that in my life, but it is a horrible thing. Especially all the things like phantom pain and all that manner of shenanigans. Let's see, where have we... Fucking die. There we go. Where are the other ones? I can hear them, but I can't see them. But yeah, amputations are never good. I mean, it's good that it saved your life, obviously, but yeah. I've got carers coming in, legs not bothering me since tech mod. Yeah, it's the cat. Fucking hell. Sorry to freak you out. Phantom pain is motherfucker, it's real. Oh, don't worry about freaking me out, man, Neely. Like, it keeps me on my toes. I don't mind these kind of things. Like, it's a big thing that's happened in your life, and the reality is we're gonna make jokes about it, and you should make jokes about it, because the reality is your life for the most part isn't gonna change a huge amount. Like, you're gonna get a prosthetic leg, you're gonna move around, you're gonna fucking kung fu kick people through walls. It's all gonna be good. Like, yeah, it's not the end of life for you, man. It's like back in the day, like losing a limb was obviously it's still a big deal, but it's that kind of way where, you know, the prosthetics these days are absolutely fantastic, and I'm sure everything's gonna turn out right as rain for you. So I'm not worried about you, because yeah, you're gonna go cyberpunk on us all and fucking double jump. Like, I was just thinking of fucking all the cyberpunk memes, and it's just Neely that walks in. But nah, like, it is what it is, man. It's, I mean, as long as you're okay now, that's the main concern. The Bluetooth device is ready to pair. But not like some of the prosthetic limbs you see nowadays are fucking ridiculous. I mean, like you get ones with built-in like batteries for your phone and everything. I mean, while I would never say I'd rather like a fucking built-in battery for my phone, there's loads of different things you can get that can, you know, make your life slightly easier in a sense, even though you're missing bits. Like, and if I was going to choose out anything, speaking as a gamer, I would rather lose a leg than an arm. Like, 100% would rather lose a leg than an arm. And I know you can't really pick and choose which part of your body, you know, decides to pack it in and call it quits. But if I was going to choose any out of the 4 limbs, it'd definitely be a leg. A pal said, shame you're too late to go to Paris. Thanks, Dad. I have a pirate fancy dress costume. See, that's exactly the way to look at it. Like, fucking fancy dress as a pirate. Get an actual peg leg. Though I've heard a peg leg is an absolute bastard to walk in. Because there was an amputee whose stuff pops up on my timeline quite a lot. And he tried a peg leg on a beach, and he was like, Jesus Christ, pirates were absolutely insane for being able to walk in sand on these fucking things. So I mean, there's loads of ways of going about it. But you'll be right, you'll be fine. Like, you'll be absolutely fine. I mean, there's plenty of great medical people out there that will keep you right, and yeah, having a catheter up the isn't exactly fun, but you know, I mean, it's a form of action that you're getting. There's a bloke in Cali that has a cyber eye, flashlight, laser optic camera connected to the other eye as a split screen via glasses, and it has Apple/Google Play. Future. Yeah, we are definitely living in the fucking future if people are doing shit like that. That is insane. Let's see. Get rid of that. And rid of that. Oh god, it's double scrap. Oh god. Oh no. The game doesn't like me. Freaking double script. That is pain incarnate. Literally pain incarnate. What am I even looking for? I think I'm in the wrong one. Aid. Nope, I went to the wrong one again. Do.
Ready to
Super
initiate
Timpax.
trading.
I walked in a pomade. It's an inflatable sock in a mental cage. I went 10 feet. I was not good. What the fuck? It's double script. We can grind expeditions if you want. And as while normally I would be like, yeah, we can do that. The real problem is I don't think it's particularly entertaining for people to watch. Because that's the real problem with expeditions. It's not exactly the funniest thing for people to watch. I found a player vendor with a couple of pages of free start for under 100 craps each this morning. I bought it all. Glitter, I would have done the exact same damn thing. I would have done the exact same damn thing. I mean, when it comes to vendors, I do try and keep my eyes out for like people selling lots of weapons just so I can do that exact thing. And let's see who just popped in. Hey, Bubba.
Hi.
Hello. How goes
Hold
it?
on a second.
Someone did connect. Do 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 do. I don't think there's anybody in the server with any good vendors, unfortunately. Right. I mean, we could always do a few expeditions. Like, oh, someone's trying to. Are you underneath me? Are you literally directly underneath me? You're not very smart, are you?
No, I'm in my house.
I was talking to the Assaultron that just tried to kill me.
Oh, okay.
It walked directly underneath me and began charging its laser. I always loved the $6 million man. Bionic tech is still fantasy, sadly. Aye, but like realistically, you could at least be the £15 man.
Ooh.
Just get a leg made of asbestos. Because you know that's safe.
Afternoon, everyone.
But it's nearly the evening.
For me, it's afternoon.
I bought the watercolor plan for. What do you mean you bought the watercolor plan for 10k caps, then nukes them? Why is there so many Assaultrons after my penis?
I don't know.
I shot her legs off and left her for a dog to eat her. The dog might be dead.
Not the dog.
No, I left the dog to kill her. The dog will finish her off for me. I think. The dog might be dead. Nope, she's dead. She's definitely dead. I'm not going to do my own dirty work. I let you live, you little shit. This is how you repay me? Also, why doesn't the water put out the fire? So, how has your week been, Bubba?
It's been good.
How good? Too good? Not good enough?
It could have been better, but on a good note, I did find the piece for my headset, so yeah.
Yes. Well, that always helps. I saw a 6-foot guy at the hospital with a full metal leg. He was striding about like Robocop. Nice. Did he at any point say, dead or alive, you're coming with me? Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Wahaha. Somehow I managed to complete bots on. Even though I left it and fucking didn't do anything with the robots. Oh well. Right, back on the beat, Monster Mash. Ooh, Anglerhorde. You had 10 seconds to comply. I don't think you complied, did you? I don't think you complied at all. I mean, I wouldn't comply. Robocop came at me, I'd throw baby food at him. Then promptly get my face shot off. Oh. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting anglers. Hey! Yoink! Run away! Brave, brave Sir Robin, he bravely ran away. I'll let the super mutants deal with them. Oh, Anna's is there. I mean, that works. Hello! Boing. Boing. Baba. Ooh.
What?
Well, since
What?
we've got 2 minutes till the next event triggers, so I am just chilling till it happens. But yeah,
Okay.
what has everybody been up to this week? How has your week been going? And is everybody excited by the fact that eviction notices nerf looks like it's been overturned completely?
Yay! I don't know what it was, but yay!
They were basically bringing it in line with all the other events. So it would precisely give fuck all legendaries.
Hmm.
I'm stuck on the first quick event in MK1. I can't get out of a room full of gas. Very irritating. What do you mean you're stuck on the first quick event in MK1? Like, are you just too pissed to complete it? Or, like, what's going on with it? Nope. There is a drug dealer here somewhere. Where is this little shit? Oh, there he is. Oh god, no. We have to leave this server.
But I just got here.
But it's cursed.
Whatever.
If Distinguished Guest pops up, that is the international signal to get the fuck out of this server. You can't stay in a server that's just popped Distinguished Guest. I refuse. I refuse to exist in a world where Distinguished Guests is the event I'm dealing with.
Okay.
Got to go see you on the next one. I'm terrible. Can't press buttons for shit. Alrighty, Neely. Have fun. I feel like the base event should be tailored. I reduced legendaries, but mutated ones should be current one with mass legendaries. Well, I think what they need to do with eviction notice is bring it in line with all the other events by making all the other events better. Like, you could reduce eviction notice's amount of legendaries you get it by 2/3, a half. But if you made all other events that amount of legendaries, that level, you know, like, think of all the events in the game that cannot drop legendaries. You've got all the ones in the forest. You've got all the ones in all the lower level areas. And then there's all the events that they've, like, completely fucking ruined by basically just taking legendaries from them. If they just fixed that simple thing and gave all the events decent, you know, chances for legendary drops, then everybody wouldn't care about eviction notice, so they go to any event. I mean, think of free range. You've got the sheep squatches at the end of it, which are always like fucking 1-stars. You never get any legendaries from that event. You never get any legendaries from Project Paradise, apart from like the big guy at the end half the time. They've just like reduced the chance of events having legendary enemies in general down to a fucking bare minimum. And the problem with that being is that most events are therefore completely worthless to go to. Then you've got that 90% of the event rewards in the game are pointless. Like, what's the point? Like, genuinely, what's the point in going, oh, we've got a radiation rumble on this server, I'm going to head to that. What's the point in going to Distinguished Guests? Like, what do you get out of it? Nothing. Like, there is no legendaries that can physically spawn during it. You don't get one for completing it. And you don't get any special rewards or event rewards from doing it. It also takes like a ridiculous amount of time in comparison to other events because no one goes to it, and therefore you have to do it all yourself. And overall, it's just, yeah, it's just so fucking bad that by comparison, eviction notice is so good, but every other event is actually just bad. Like, it's not a case of eviction notice is too good. It's that it makes up for every other fucking event.
Today, we're going to be
I prefer more treasury notes versus legendaries. I only have one character and I'm out of room. Time for an ult, I guess. The problem with treasury notes, Sean, is if you give more treasury notes, everybody that has been playing the game for a long time doesn't need treasury notes. Like, don't get me wrong, there's loads of shit I could get with treasury notes, but there's not loads of shit I want with treasury notes. That's the kind of problem with it. I don't actually need treasury notes for the most part, so giving me more treasury notes would do nothing for me. And this is the kind of problem with balancing things for older and newer players. Like, the older players, when it's something that you've been able to get in the game since the beginning, they're going to be like, well, I don't need that. Hey Dad, that was great. So your pickaxe vid was good stuff. I'm doing well, Hangry. I am doing well. The pickaxe vid was like a spur of the moment one where I was like, you know, what weapon I've never fucking used in a video? Pickaxe. If they put 3 to 4 3-star mobs and distinguished guests, people would join the event. And exactly. Exactly. If you had a guaranteed chance of getting 3 to 4 3-star enemies from that event, people would show up every fucking time. Like, there would be no question to it. It would be an immediate, let's go to distinguished guests. Because I know I can guarantee, like, some legendaries. I mean, when it comes to this event, like, people used to come to Radiation Rumble and leave with pretty much just as many legendaries as you'd get from Eviction Notice. Granted, they weren't all 3-star items, and quite a lot of the time back in the day as well, the 3-star enemies would drop 1-star legendaries and 2-star legendaries, but at least, you know, you had a chance. Now, all I get is 1-stars from this goddamn event, and like, if I see a 3-star at this event, I am genuinely shocked. I treat EN as the fixer of the events. It's good and the others are pale in comparison. I do agree, Prophet. I do agree that Eviction Notice is too good for what it is, but I would also make the argument that everything else is too bad as well. Like, what the fuck is even going on here? I can't even do anything. This is the kind of problem they need to do. I think to balance Eviction Notice, they do need to reduce the amount of legendaries, but they equally need to increase the amount of legendaries from other events. They need to give different rewards for certain events, because the rewards you get from all the older events in the game are just bad. There's nothing in the game that I want from most, like, crappy events. Like, even Radiation Rumble, which arguably had one of the rarer event plans, the Radiation Barrel. Like, I don't care if I find that anymore. Like, nobody buys it. I think the legendary situation is a work in progress. Perhaps it will be adjusted again. I mean, they've reduced the amount of legendaries you get at events significantly years ago. Like, this is something that they did a long while ago. And with Radiation Rumble, it's more recently they have reduced the stars of the guys that spawn here. The chance of getting a 3-star at this event is so slim. Like, it is so small. And they've tried to balance it out a little bit by giving you, like, a guaranteed legendary at the end of some events. But at the same time, like, I don't think that's enough. I think what they need to do is they need to just make it so that you're more likely to get spawns of things. And it's not difficult for them to do, you know, they reduced it, therefore they can up it. Because the sheer amount of enemies that you get at events like this, it's just insane that you don't get any, like, where you don't get many legendaries. We have no life, I get that, but our time has to be worth something, and there should be a Exactly. You might be a no-lifer that plays this game all the time, but you should be getting some sort of substantial reward for your effort. And a lot of the time it doesn't feel that way. It really doesn't feel that way. Which is why I'm glad they're not nerfing Eviction Notice. At least until they fix some of the other events and give you, like, a more balanced experience. Like, if for example, I could get an Eviction Notice worth of legendaries from doing the free events that just so happen to spawn in an hour. I would be quite happy. I would be quite happy with those events, and I wouldn't be looking for eviction notice. But because I quite often, like, I'll go to this event, and we'll count how many legendaries we get from it, and then we'll count how many 3-stars we get from it, and then go for that. Is there going to be a script sale soon? Well, the only thing I know for certain, Prophet, is that there is double script on today and over the weekend, so yeah. Or, yeah, well, there's double script on right now, either way, which just brings thoughts of pain into my mind. Pew, 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 pew. I saw a list of rewards that looks much different, hoping it works for my style.
Can you go get some more ore?
I can't. I'm a little skinny flesh bag with no radiation suit. Hey Wiggle, how you getting on, man? Welcome to the stream.
Hi, Wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I'm gonna guess that's Wiggle.
Howdy.
Probably.
How goes it?
It goes. Had lunch. Was planning to
Did you
edit.
have fun?
Don't feel like editing, so I'm gonna try and drink a little.
You don't feel like editing.
Nah, it's well, it's a long video, so it's gonna be probably like a 3-hour edit. So I'm just not feeling it at the moment.
Yeah, I've got a couple of videos that are like that I'm just kind of putting off.
Yeah, I mean, it's for Saturday, so I gotta do it. I just don't feel like doing it right this minute.
Well, I've got videos all the way up till next week, so I don't need to do anything till next week. So, like,
I mean, honestly, me getting a video, if I got it done for Saturday, that's a win lately. I mean, lately a lot of times I'll do the videos like the day I put them out. So we're in a rough time for the game. You know, it's like feels like we're in this in between time.
oh wait, we are.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like okay, what's happening here? Nothing's happening. Start the game. There we go. So yeah, so it's kind of like we're just like this weird time. So it's like sometimes I'm just kind of dry going. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do, and sometimes inspiration hits, sometimes it doesn't, and I'm just like, oh well.
Well, I mean,
oh, thank you, I appreciate that. That was one of those long ones. That was a long one to put together.
You know my opinion of it. I'm literally just like fucking chasing cars at the moment.
Sure.
And I've got my ideas for after the patch, but not currently during like what we're dealing with. I just like I fucking made a video on pickaxes.
And I saw that. I'm just like, yeah, well, I mean, I've done that before. We've done not necessarily pickaxe, but I know what that's like when you're just like, well, I'll just do this.
The thing is, it done oddly well.
I know I saw that. I was actually because I'm like, nobody's gonna watch that, and I'm like, God, you got over 1,000 views. That's actually pretty good for that for a pickaxe.
You say over 1,000. It's coming up on 2.
Is it? Okay, nice. I mean, when I saw it was like, well, it's been up a long time today, so yeah.
I genuinely thought that was gonna get like 200 at most.
Yeah. It's one of those ones like nobody's gonna watch this, other than like the hardest of the hardcore that watch everything, which
Apparently, there's 2,000 of those people.
Apparently, or maybe they're just like, what's he scraping up with this?
Well,
Okay,
to be fair, I think I in a way clickbaited it slightly by saying it's not just for modules, and people are like,
Right.
what's the angle here?
Not just for modules, it's also for views.
Yes.
It's also for views. Okay, so that event's over, it looks like. All right.
Yeah.
Here just in time
But no,
for that.
like being in like we are literally in the kind of thing of like a content drink's not the right way to put it. It's a case of you don't want to do anything because everything is by theory a waste of resources. Right, so let's see. Eviction notice. Now, back in the day, we could do eviction notice, and you probably get as many legendaries as you would get from not eviction notice, radiation rumble from. You get as much legendaries as you would from eviction notice. Granted, it'll all be like 3 stars, 2 stars, and 1 stars, but you'd get like about 15, 20 potentially from that event. So I've got 5, and 4 of them are 1 stars. Like that event went downhill so badly because what they've done to the legendary spawn rate during events. Like, it's so bad. Like, Radiation Rumble used to be, like, the go-to event for getting legendary drops, and now it's just...
It's just the go-to
shadow.
for 1-stars.
Well, exactly.
For 1-stars.
And even then, you're not even getting that many of them either. Like, I used
No,
to...
I mean... I think last time I did, I got like 8 or 9, which is a lot for that event anymore. It's, I mean... Yeah, but I mean, still, you just, I mean, that's, I mean, if they're 1-stars, even if they're all weapons, that's only like 40 script. It's just not, it's just nothing. And if it's all armor, then it's 24 script. So, or what? No, yeah, 24 script. So,
yeah. And if it's power armor, you know, it's 40 odd. But
yeah,
like, it's just it's just not worth going to Radiation Rumble in a lot of cases. Like even the main reward from Radiation Rumble, which back in the day I would have said would be the goddamn, oh god, what's it called? The radiation barrel.
The rad barrel
isn't worth it anymore. It's not worth what it used to be. Wiggle, you're apparently in a fish tank.
Do I sound like a fish tank to you?
No, which is why I don't understand it.
Yeah, then I don't know. I mean, if it's coming through clear to you, then it's not on my end.
Like,
So
you sound
beyond that,
fine
I
to
have
me.
No idea.
I'm gonna unmute the stream just so I can hear you, Selby. Let's see. I'm gonna unmute the stream just so I can hear you, Selby.
I mean, I could leave. I mean, it could be a Discord issue. I could leave and come and rejoin Discord. I could try that. I mean, I could leave. I mean, it could be a Discord issue.
It's really strange. I think it might be my OBS. I'm gonna try fiddling with the thing and see if it changes. It could be that maybe the Discord window it's apparently dealing with is being silly. Say something now.
Something.
Say
Something now. I'm saying things. Something.
It's
It does sound kind of.
It's doubling your voice for some reason. Why is it doubling your voice?
I don't know. Harold, I'll just let me leave and rejoin the thing. I mean, it won't hurt, probably.
Oh, I know why it's doing it. I know why it's doing it. What the fuck? That should be it now.
I'm back.
Yeah, that should be it. That should be it fixed.
Okay, cool. Let's see here.
Is it better now?
The thing I'm concerned about is that apparently Wiggle was in a fish tank, but Bubba was not.
Well, I was in a fish tank, and
Bubba, why don't you live in a fish tank?
it was a small fish tank. There wasn't room for 2 people.
Nah.
Too much water.
Well, he's no longer in his fish tank.
Woohoo.
Yay.
I'm glad.
Super mutant horde. Right, let's remove the 2 randos. I have removed the randos.
All right.
Yay.
Okay, what do we do? Super. I'm still working on my weeklies here on this one.
I've not even, like, scratched the surface of my weeklies. Not even, like, I'll be honest, I've barely played. I've been playing Tales of Arise on the Steam Deck.
Oh, okay.
And then just kind of doing my dailies and getting, like, that done, and then just not playing very much. Like, I feel like if I force myself to play too much at the moment... Why did it fucking spawn me back here? If I force myself to play too much at the moment, all I'm going to do is just burn myself out. Because there is nothing worth doing in Fallout 76.
No, it's... Especially with the Mothman going, but that's even
Oh,
worse.
don't even... fucking... I
hate that
like,
event.
Why? Right, I've kicked the black sheep guy again, Inez.
I know that name.
I don't.
I'm not sure who it is, but I know that. Okay, come on, don't shoot.
At least I
Apparently
don't.
I'm commando on this character. I thought I loaded into a rifleman character, and apparently
Are they
not.
on my friends list? Because I don't actually know that name.
It's
No,
I'm trying to think of who
yeah,
that
they're
is.
definitely not on my friends list.
Yeah, they're on my list. I'm just not sure. There's someone else in like. I don't know who it is. Oh. Yeah. Black sheep something. Yeah, I can't think of who it is,
I
but
don't
yeah.
have them, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, probably was added. Probably someone from the stream.
Probably.
Probably.
I'm assuming. But it's hard to keep straight because, you know, it's one thing if they have the same name, you know,
Oh.
in game and in the chat, but so many people don't, and it just you just lose track of who's, unless you interact with them on a regular basis, you just lose track of.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Who they are,
I mean, like,
so.
who would have a different name from themselves in the stream and in the chat? I mean, I'm looking at myself partly, but I'm also looking at you, Inez. Who would do that? Who the
Yeah,
fuck would do that?
But you didn't. But you didn't always, right? Like you didn't. Did you always have a different? Because didn't you? Has your chat always been Dad Plays Stuff, or did it used to be Zmore?
No, always been Dad Plays Stuff.
Oh, okay.
But
Alright.
the thing is, Zmore has always been my username, so I
Right.
don't change that.
Plus you always, yeah. Plus you always call yourself that in
Yeah.
in the videos. So.
Well, that, exactly. It's a case of the channel is Dad Plays Stuff. I am not.
Right.
But
Yeah,
when I go into other channels and talk to them, I come up as Dad Plays Stuff. But I don't
Right.
like go around introducing myself as Dad Plays Stuff.
Dad Plays Stuff. Yes, that would be weird.
I am man who touches things.
Right.
It's just yeah. You should
That'd
feel
be a-
called out because
that's
I
a whole
specifically
different-
called you out.
That would be like
No.
your OnlyFans name, man who touches things.
No, that's literally Dad Plays with Stuff.
Dad Plays with Stuff. There you go. Let's see. I
And
need-
depending on how much you pay, depends on the stuff.
Low health is just such a thing.
Well, now you're on a list. What list? It's a nice list. Let's be honest. Anytime
There
someone
we
says you're on a list doesn't mean that it's nice.
All right, I have one more Mothman event, and that's it for the weeklies. Then I'm not going to do these anymore.
I fucking hate the Mothman event.
I hate this event. I've always hated this event though. From day, this isn't one that I'm sick of. It's one that I've always hated from day one.
It's just, you know, that way where when we didn't have any of the rewards from it, I didn't mind it. Like, I flat out didn't remind it. Didn't mind it. But when you have all the rewards from it that you want, and on top of that, it's just, it offers nothing. Like, this event does not spawn a singular legendary fucking enemy.
I
Period.
did get one or two. One or two.
Really?
I actually did last time. Last time I did it, I got 2, I think.
I fucking barely see anything during this event
But
at all.
it gives you a 1-star at the end, which is really frustrating.
But,
It's like,
yeah.
Here's a 1-star item at the end. I'm like, okay.
It's just,
I'm just not even paying attention to what I'm supposed to be doing here.
you know that way where, like, I would take, and you remember how, like, badly I hated Fashnacht back in the day. Like, I would take
Fair.
Fashnacht over this. I would
I
take,
mean, at least Flashshot's going to give you a 3-star at the end.
and
Like, this
the
doesn't-
potential
this
to get a
doesn't do
rare
that.
as fuck mask.
And a mask, yeah, if you're into that. But I mean, at least it gives you a 3-star at the end. This gives you a 1-star at the end.
It's just, it's a
Like,
very,
how special. Oh,
bad
geez,
event.
jetpacks in this town is crazy. But
it's
this
just,
is go with jetpacks are just so unpredictable what they're going to do. Are you going to go to the moon, or are you not going to work at all? Jeez.
I get
The moon
about
is
6 to
usually where you
7
go.
Legis per mostly death claws. I get fuck all. I get
that sounds
absolutely
like
fuck all.
Yeah, I got 2 last time I did this, but it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, and it's just
Let's totems,
on top of
let's-
that, the little drug bags that the little guys spawn as well just
Oh, I
aren't
know they
worth
have
it.
nothing in them unless you want drugs. That's not even like good drugs, right? I mean, it's mostly
Nothing important. It's literally
important.
it
Of
gives
course
you
not, I
nothing
know.
important. It is basically just like a complete abomination of events. It's taken elements from
And it
a bunch of
punishes the
different
server.
events, and then it just it punishes you by having it pop up every hour, and it's just a bad event. It's just
I mean, it
poorly
punishes the
made.
server in terms of just lag and stuff. It's just so this event is about as hard on. I mean, I think this event is worse than Meat Week when it comes to
Really?
server. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. Oh, someone's
Like,
down
how
in
could,
here.
how could it possibly be worse than Meat Week when you have
Good
those
question.
free locations spawning shit constantly?
Good question. I just, it's brutal.
It's just bad. It's just, it
Yeah.
literally is just a bad event.
It is a bad event. Well, the reward pool is set up so that you can get duplicates. They had it for a while where like you get a new plan every time, and for whatever reason they decided to fix it.
Because that would stop you going after you got all the plans. That would,
Honestly,
you would have a finite
actually,
amount of times to go.
What I was hearing people were doing is they'd get all the plans and they get to a point where they got the plan, like, because there was the, the Mothman tomb from last time where
Yeah.
you got, right? And once people got to the point of that, they would not learn it and they were just farming the event to get a bunch of those.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, oh, okay, I see that. And, I've done this. This will be my 10th time doing this event, so I haven't done it a ton, but I've got all plans that I knew already so far. I haven't gotten any, and I guess they just added a bunch. But
I think the plan I got was, I've not been learning plans on this character. A taxidermy giant leopard moth.
okay, I don't even know what's new or what's not. All I know is all the ones I've got have been ones that I already know.
That's one I've never seen before, so I'm gonna assume it's new, but that doesn't mean it is.
I gotta turn this guy's voice down. Oh, it's awful.
See, he's my favorite thing about the event, and outside that, I hate the whole rest of it. It's just a very poorly created, designed, and applicated event.
Repair kit envy, huh?
I have a lot of improved repair kits, I will be honest, but this isn't even the character with the most of them. Because, I mean, in our time, we've done a lot of nukes.
Mm-hmm.
We have done a lot of nukes.
I think nukes will come back in fashion.
Oh, yeah.
After the update, because one of the like some of the legendary mods, like some of the crafting, and I'm not sure which ones, but some take flux, and it's not even a small amount. It's like 15 flux or something, which, depending on what it, and I can't remember what it is, but it's just, unless you have just some massive supply of flux, that's going to.
I have a massive supply of flux. His name's Genkai.
Yeah. I guess it's true. But unless you went like through the, the route of questionable acquisition.
I don't think I've ever met him.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, his name is Genkai.
Yeah.
I still do nukes often. Nukes will always be my favorite thing to do in 76. Hey Archive, how are you getting on? Welcome. How's your evening going? To be fair, like, we know a lot of people that do nukes all the time, so, I don't think getting nukes will ever be an issue for us. But at the same time, like, yeah, for some people, yeah, flux can be difficult and it's worth farming for them. But I've never really felt much need to do it other than for content. Like, back in the day, I made a video on it.
3-star legendary.
Where? on the other fucking side of the fucking map. I guarantee you, I'm not close enough to get it.
Dust right here. I got a Furious pump action. Actually, it's Furious, so it's terrible, but it's the other 2 stars are good. It's Furious with a VATS hit chance and a faster reload.
I bet you I'm too far away to get anything from it.
Where are you? Oh yeah, you're definitely too far away. There's no way.
Well, I'm coming over just
the
to check.
Proximity is pretty close.
Nah. Fucking nah. See, this is what I mean.
Another
though.
one, another 3-star.
Did it just die?
Just died just now.
As I walked away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's over. It's right here.
Oh, I got it. I was close enough to get it.
There you go. So there are some legendaries. I mean, it's obviously not eviction notice, but.
But the thing is, a point I'd make is they spawn away from me.
Well, that's because of, they know who you are. And they're like
that fucking
Bethesda.
That fucker
Bethesda
knows I
who you
want.
are. They're just
yeah.
He's like, that guy. He just doesn't have anything nice to say about us, so screw him.
I have nice things to say about Bethesda.
Oh jeez, I gotta pay attention to my health. I forget that.
Like they make a really good aesthetic.
Yep. Is it time to go? All right, rooftop, good.
It's time to go fucking have the rave on the roof.
Ooh, jetpack to the moon.
We must invite him to us.
Anyways, I would never go as far to claim that I am famous. I'm about as famous as, I don't know, diarrhea? No, diarrhea is pretty famous.
As me. You're about as famous as me. Which is to say not at all.
Well, exactly. I mean, we're not fucking those. We're not like Mr. Beast. We're not like
Right.
fucking Markiplier.
That's true.
We are creepy people online.
Taxidermy, beautiful. Well, I know this character won't know it because this character hasn't done anything. So let's see here.
I
What
got a
is this?
taxidermy something.
I got taxidermy, beautiful wood nymph moth. That's a mouthful.
I think they're new.
Might be. I have no idea. I mean, I can't judge. I mean, this character. I mean, I don't play this character very often, so this character probably knows nothing. So
Oh,
it's all
this-
going to be new to him.
This character actually has a plan that I can transfer over to the melee guy. He's got the bare arm puncturing mod.
But this character, I need to get some levels on him. I can't do anything. If I ever want to respec, I just have no points.
Well, that's a kind of big thing that I've been using my.
Well, I mean, like
My
level
special-
ups. Like even
Yeah.
if I have 300 perk coins, but I have 6 level ups. So without level ups, you can't like add new cards and like cheat
Yeah.
on cards and stuff. So it's like, yeah, I can spend perk coins to level things up. I just can't pick the things to do. Like I wanted to test this character as a low health archer on the PTS, and I couldn't because I only had 6 level ups and I didn't have any of the archer perks. So.
Yeah, no, it can be a pain in the butts. But no, I've been getting quite a lot of the perk coins out of the scoreboard, which is
Yeah, that's what
making
that's
me
all I've been
happy.
spending. That's all I've been spending it on is that. But this character needs some levels before I can make use of it.
Welcome to Shankar.
Let's see.
I mean, you haven't had Diddler claim levied against you, so you'll never be Mr. Beast level famous or infamous. And here's hoping to God that I never have a claim such as that against me.
Right. All the money in the world, not
Like
not worth it.
the kind of problem with it is, even if you aren't like doing stuff like that, you can always have the claim levied against you. Because I know there's Johnny Depp, look at him and how his career was
Yeah.
ruined
People can say
after-
whatever they want to say.
Yeah, people can say what they want about you and provide no proof, and people will lose their shit.
Yep.
But in the case of
Accusations equals guilt.
yeah, but like the shit that's came out about all this stuff involving Mr. Beast is freaking wild, genuinely wild.
Have there been denials or has there been radio silence?
Radio silence and cease and desists, which
gotcha.
in a lot of cases looks worse, because when you put out a cease and desist, people kind of go, well, he's not said anything,
Right.
and he's trying to silence people. So yeah.
But then again, it's like almost the same thing. It's like, okay, he's been accused, so the burden of proof is on him to prove that he's innocent. I mean, that's the thing that always bugs me, whether he's innocent or not. I mean, that's just always the thing that bugs me. It's like, okay, why, if somebody's accusing me of something and they don't, why do I have to prove innocence? They should have to prove guilt. Like that.
Well,
That's how it used to be.
Yeah, that's how the law applies. But when it comes to the court of a public opinion,
Oh yeah, you're
there
guilty.
is-
If accused, you're guilty.
yeah, there is no. But the problem is when it comes to like those kind of things, it is what he's done is clearly morally objectionable. Like, if you're catering to an audience of children, and you're doing stuff that levies around gambling and encouraging kids to buy your products and things like that, it just looks bad. It looks bad when you're using like social engineering in order to manipulate children, and regardless of it being legal or not, it is that kind of case of like all the stuff that I can safely say morally he's a bit of a scumbag.
Right.
Like morally,
I
he
haven't
is a
paid
bit of a
attention
scumbag.
to any of it. I don't even know what he's accused of.
He's been accused of doing illegal lotteries.
Oh,
So, like,
okay.
his giveaways, and it's at least in America, like, doing a giveaway, like, say I did a stream and I did a giveaway where I'm like, well, not a giveaway, I did, like, for each person who buys a t-shirt in the next hour,
Right.
I'll put a fucking 10 quid in the box, that kind of thing, or doing that.
Right.
So basically, in the state he's in, at the very least, or just in America in general, I don't know the full law on it, and I would never comment on it because I'm not American. Like it's illegal to do that in theory.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. It's like a sweepstakes or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, especially across state lines. Yeah,
I
you're
wouldn't
in big
pretend to be able to say what he did was definitely illegal. Like I wouldn't be able to pretend and say it, but that's the accusation of it, because I flat
Right.
out do not know if that is the situation. Goddamn fly.
Right.
But there's also
But if
a
he actually
case.
did the things, like
Yeah.
regardless of legality, I mean, if he did the things, then he did the things, and
Yeah,
that would be an
exactly.
easy enough thing to oh, nice.
But
That'd
then
be an easy enough thing to verify. Like you would know that he did the things. Like that's not
the
secret.
problem is that isn't the worst thing that he's been accused of. So the next thing that he's been accused of has been in relation to faking his videos, and not just faking his videos. Like he does all these kind of things. He puts CGI in the videos, but there's all these claims about certain videos being faked in certain ways for certain reasons and certain things. But one of the biggest claims revolves around a guy called Weddle online, and he is basically in a video that was never published because it borderlines being what could essentially be regarded as a war crime. And it's essentially, this guy got put into isolation for, it was meant to be for 100 days. That was the video. Like one of my members of staff went into isolation for 100 days, and he'd start out in like a luxury like apartment where he'd have loads of he had like an ice cream machine, a jacuzzi. We've got a ghoul horde on us, a jacuzzi, all these kind of like fancy things and things
and they fake the isolation. Is that what?
Well, sort of like they didn't fake the isolation in his case, but what was going on wasn't like 100% like accurate either. So for example, he was put into isolation, but the jacuzzi wasn't heated. It wasn't plumbed properly. So it wasn't like an actual jacuzzi. It'd be like sitting in a fucking warm, bubbly bath. The ice cream machine would be on, but if it wasn't on, it would start smelling like rotten fucking milk. So he had to have the ice cream machine on, but it basically was constantly making horrendous noise. So he kind of had to choose whether he wanted to sleep or not. And they wouldn't turn the lights off for the whole time he was in there.
Ew.
So basically, they tortured a guy, essentially. At least that is the claims that Weddle himself is making.
Okay.
But the problem is, there are receipts to prove that he's been going through therapy and had to go to like the hospital after the fact. And then he quit the channel. Like, he quit his job because of this. And he's basically like, this guy broke me kind of thing. So yeah, well, no, to chunk it, he wasn't accused of being a PDF. He was accused of knowing about it. And this is another thing. One of the people that was on his payroll was a convicted, like actual, like on the register, like abuser. And because that guy was on the thing, and then he's actually in like one of his videos. This guy that is, you know, has done stuff to kids in the past is in one of his videos, and yeah, like people were losing their shit. Like, why was this guy around kids potentially? And the thing is, he wasn't meant to be like in videos. He was meant to be like a manager type guy, but he was hired, and he was hired fully well knowing that he had this record. So there is like a lot of accusations, and apparently there's more accusations coming out because the guy who's been doing all this has been releasing it in stages. So there is a lot of shit that is quite dodgy. And I'm gonna be honest, like when you're that big and then nothing, and you're that quote unquote squeaky clean, and nobody's came forward and said anything, like not even like just accusations, It seems
Right.
it seems like the floodgates have opened. It's a case of like one person's made the accusation, now everybody's like, well, this is currently public knowledge, so I can start saying my
Right.
piece.
Right.
But the problem is, like, he's got a lot of money, he's got a lot of power, he's got a lot of pull, and it is very much a case of until any of these things are definitively proven, and a lot of this stuff can be he said, she said kind of thing. Like, the problem is, like, at best, he is a morally dubious and creepy guy. At best. No matter what situation comes out of this, he is a morally dubious and creepy guy. At worst, he is an actual criminal. Like, that is, like, the current situation with it. It's a very, fucked up situation, and
Yeah.
it seems to be the
I'd
kind
say
of
so.
the norm for YouTubers these days. Because I mean, like, you've got the whole situation with Dr. Disrespect as well. I don't know if you've looked into anything to do with that.
I haven't looked at anything about any of this stuff.
Well, basically, he flat out admitted to engaging with somebody that was underage online, like, only talking, no actual stuff. But, like, he was like, there was no intent, I wasn't going to do anything. And it was like, because you got, like, sacked from Twitch before you got the chance to do anything, kind of thing. So he's trying to make a comeback to Twitch when that all got revealed, and yeah, there's a lot of creepy weirdo shit coming out from YouTube and Twitch at the moment.
Ew.
Yeah, it's more than one. It's like, well, it's three separate people that a lot of drama's revolving around now, which is Dr. Disrespect, Chris Tyson, who is related to Mr. Beast and that kind of, like, he's part of his group, and then Mr. Beast. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff, and there's even more people involved in that situation. Cancelling Mr. Beast was definitely not on my 2024 bingo card. Yeah, no, I didn't expect that to come up. But at the same time, like, anybody who thought like, all his giveaways, all his philanthropy, all his kind of random stuff was just sheer altruism was very naive. Like, I granted, like, see if somebody goes over and donates money and gives money to, like, charities and things like that. Well done. Good on them. But the sheer amount of money he can spend on so many different random things, and then, like, he was doing giveaways and going, oh, I'm not going to make any money. I'm giving too much stuff away. It was like, anybody who bought that was a child. And that's the problem, is audience is children. So it's a case of, you know, what do you fucking expect? Parents just need to watch what their kids are watching. I mean, for example, my kids are at that age where they've started wanting to watch YouTube and Minecraft type content. And Minecraft content in itself is a very loaded bag when it comes to these exact same problems. But for example, some of the people that were watching, and it might have been older videos, it would be Prime advertisements, or they'd talk about Prime during it. And my kids would be like, oh, I want some Prime. I was like, are you fuck? Like, are you fuck getting any Prime? I'm not giving money to that pair of fucking millionaire ball bags. Like, it's a shit drink, and I can get you something the same that's just as cheap. Hey, Mr. Free. How you getting on? But yeah, it's that kind of way where there's so much. Like, it seems to be, like, once you go above a certain subscriber count, you just default to being a scumbag.
Oh.
Like, there's only a few YouTubers left that I think haven't had some major fucking, like, severe drama about them.
What I'm hearing is, to be big on YouTube, we gotta be a dirtbag.
Well, I mean, let's be honest, we all knew that anyway. Like, to get, like, all the views, all the money, you do need to be a dirtbag. You need to accept all the sponsorships, regardless of how scummy they are. You need to do NFT projects. You need to basically, like, maximize your social engineering things and just copy and steal and lie and cheat your way to the top. And that's not all of them. That is, like, it is not, like, it does not prove that every one of them has to be that way. there are still there's always going to be people out there that are good and that make great content, and the reason they're popular, the reason that they do well is because they've put in the grind and they've made something worthwhile. I mean, one that comes to mind is MatPat, like from Game Theory. Like, that guy is, like, as far as we know right now, is an absolute genius. Like, there's Markiplier. As far as we know right now, is an absolute genius. Like, it's just their personality and everything has brought them to where they've got to. But there's so many that are just like absolute fucking scumbag-riddled scumbags, and we're always scumbag-riddled scumbags. Like, people like fucking Logan Paul.
He's the one that's
Wiggle.
shooting. Yes.
Where's Johnson's acre?
I'll show you Johnson's acre.
Wiggles unzipping his pants.
Oh, you're okay. So Bubba, you need to go right a little bit. Let's put a marker right there. Can you see my marker? It's just a little northeast of you, just below the bear.
Yes.
Do you have it on the map?
Well, I don't have it on the map, but I can get it.
Yeah, my marker's right there. That'll take you to Johnson's acre. But it does sound dirty. It's like the dirtiest location in the game.
It's even dirtier when you say you're gonna show Bobo Johnson's acre.
Right, I'll show you. Well, that's why I said it, because it sounds that way.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, Archive. Like, I don't think anybody's ever referred to me as normal. You coming up? Come on. Oh, yeah. Heavy. I think Ollie wants to be on camera. Ollie wants to be on the camera. Yeah, good boy, Ollie.
Ollie, oxen free.
Yeah, good boy.
Exactly. That's what I think all the time.
Yeah. He's my good boy. He's a hairy boy. Yeah. Right. Are you done? You going back to mummy? Good boy. He basically started digging into my side there to get attention. At first I thought he was like trying to get something off me, but yeah, no, he just wanted a cuddle. He's a good dog. Though he did fucking nearly break my my arm yesterday.
Oh, what did he do?
Well, at my work, he sits behind the tills during weekdays, so he comes to work with me. And unfortunately, because he's there, we need to like chain him up, because he will just run loose, because he can get over the counter easily. But he gets all the attention. He loves it. He loves like all the customers coming in and just giving him biscuits and everything. He absolutely adores going in. But he tied the thing round my leg. And then, when I went to get it loose, he moved in a certain way that just tightened it even more, and I just went flying and basically smacked my arm, and yeah. That's what I would define as normal, but sane, and that's better than being... Wait, did I read that wrong? That is what I would define as not normal, but sane. How dare you? How fucking dare you call me sane? I play Fallout fucking 76. There's nothing sane about me.
Let's see. You're almost there, Bubba, it looks like.
Yeah,
You should see it on your compass at this point.
I do.
Wow, that's a lot of random
Johnson's
legendaries.
acre. It's pretty easy to spot because it's massive.
That's what she said.
Johnson's acre's pretty easy to spot because it's massive. Just fucking getting dirty now. Easy now, Wiggle.
It's getting dirty without being dirty, right?
Well, yeah.
Yes, it is. It sounds dirty, but it's not.
I mean, yeah. But
Nothing
it
dirty.
might be.
You need to manscape that Johnson's acre. See, now that's right there. That's being a little dirty because, manscape is a very specific thing. So,
I mean,
Mr. Epos was the first one to be dirty.
I mean, the worst thing about it is Mr. Epos is assuming it's gender.
That's true. Johnson's acre could just be, well, I don't know. I'm hearing Johnson, and yeah, I don't think female.
Well,
but then again, that's me not being, modern with the time.
Get with the times, Wiggle. God's sake.
Right? But I heard something. Oh, all right, who killed all my dogs? Who let the dogs die?
Who? Oh, oh. I don't know what that noise
What
was.
the hell, man? What the hell, man?
There's a lot of random stuff I don't want.
Attempt to acquire a person.
Okay, so much for the canines.
Womanscaping isn't even a saying. I don't know. I'm fairly certain somebody would make that sentence.
I think that's because women just by default are, you know, they're into personal hygiene, where men have to come up with a term to sound cool to get them to actually do it.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah. Though I'll be the first person to say, like, I absolutely abhor, like, poor hygiene.
Yeah,
Like,
same.
I'm very anal about washing my hands. Like, I hate the feeling of anything on my hands that isn't just like normal stuff. Like,
yeah, that's why my hands in the wintertime are always like cracked and stuff, because I'm a compulsive hand washer.
oh yeah. Like I fucking
When it gets cold and dry, my hands are just not doing well.
It's especially important because I work with animals quite often. So if I'm not washing my hands, the last thing I want my hands smelling of is rat piss, for example, or like fucking like hamsters, because they have very specific, like, yeah. The proper term for manscaping for women is often femscaping. I'm gonna be honest, that sounds strange for some reason. But, you know,
Yeah.
if it works. Have you femscaped recently?
No.
Okay, gather round.
I've never
Job is
femscaped.
really simple, but also really dangerous. So
No.
listen up.
Most of the time, like, I'm fairly certain the wife wishes she could fem-escape.
By none other than Rudy. Say hi, Rudy.
But, you know, I think she's a bit too lazy to find another man.
At all costs.
She could
Probably.
do better.
Rudy's life. If we lose the Brahmin, we lose our
Manscaping is appearance, though. Hygiene is just hygiene. People, there's a lot of people out there that have really poor hygiene. Really poor hygiene. Like, my personal bugbear is, you know, and I don't mind people drinking, I don't mind people smoking weed or doing whatever they do, but it's when they smell of whatever they've been doing all the time. Like, all the fucking time. Like, they don't wash their clothes, they do not wash themselves, they just reek of, like, just weed. Like, nothing disgusts me more than somebody walks into the shop, or I'm walking outside and I can smell them before I see them. It just, it just, yeah. It's the same with smokers, like, in general. Like, if I can smell them before I can see them, it's a fucking foul smell to just get a whiff of while you're doing them anything, really. And then they'll walk into, like, restaurants, they'll walk into bars, they'll walk into other places, like, I'm fucking eating, I'm drinking. What are you doing?
Can't this ever be easy? It sounded like they've already overrun the second checkpoint. They'll be on us any minute.
I mean, I smelled like that because I always had one on me. My person didn't smell like that. But this is the thing, Mr. Free. Like, there is a case of, like,
Contact! We've got contact!
a lot of people aren't aware of it. They aren't aware that's what they smell like. And
I've gone nose blind.
I have, well, exactly. I've been around smokers my whole life. My entire family my entire family, like, all of them were chain smokers, like, literally. Absolute chain smokers. My mother, growing up, had to paint the house frequently because the paint would go yellow. Like, that's how bad the smoking in my family was. The exception to it was me and my brother and my younger cousins and things like that, because we were all so fucking sick of it that we didn't want to smoke. See, that's the thing, Mr. Free. That is the basic of what everybody should be doing, is before you leave the house, just freshen yourself up a bit. It doesn't take a lot of effort, you know? If you're, like, just don't blow smoke on your clothes, essentially. Don't fucking pour. But it's not just that, it's also alcohol. Like, there are people out there that just reek of booze 24/7. And it's not, and I like booze. Like, it's not a bad smell to me. But when I smell someone coming into my job reeking of booze, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, and, like, don't get me wrong, if it's fucking Saturday morning, Sunday morning, I'm kind of like, are you hungover? Have you got, like, that I can kind of see as a little bit acceptable. Like, somebody's like, oh, I had to get stuff for the dog. I'm going home now to go die.
Yeah?
But outside of that, it's just basic hygiene. I don't drink liquor, period, so I don't have that issue. Yeah. Did YouTube just delete my message? What message did it delete, Sammy? I don't see anything saying it's been deleted. I see I shower in the evening.
You're pretty new to Blue Ridge, but no, not so much. Big Band is its
Confirmed. YouTube is anti-hygiene.
YouTube doesn't like Sani showering.
You didn't post a
Like-
link, right? Like if you post a link, it won't go through.
Just YouTube is like, no, Sani, you never shower.
There are things far more deadly than a gang of would-be bandits in those hills. Trust me on that.
No, well, it's definitely still there. But no, like, basic hygiene should be something everybody should aspire to. And it's a case of, that's another thing that seems to die. And we're going back to, like, YouTubers again. That's another thing that seems to die for, like, bigger YouTubers as well. Like, I mean, I'm sure you've heard of Asmongold, Wiggle.
You would be wrong.
Alright, well, Asmongold's, like, one of the biggest YouTubers slash streamers that's ever kind of existed. Like,
Okay.
on that same realm of big as, like, Dr. Disrespect and all these other characters, like Moist Critical, all that kind of thing. But he mainly did, like, World of Warcraft originally. But he's then kind of deviated more into commentary and kind of, like, a lot of them have done. His is the most disgusting personal hygiene of anyone I have ever had the displeasure of seeing. I don't know, Mr. Free. I genuinely don't know, and I don't care because it just makes me feel these people are just dirty. Why is it called the Cold War? Because of the CBS. For fuck's sake.
That's gross.
But yeah, he looks like he showers once a month. Usually it's gross, and that's coming from me. Well, like, the worst thing is, like, I'm sure in one of his videos, or one of the things, there was a dead cockroach on his floor, and he didn't move it. He didn't do anything with it. There was rats in his house. He has like 1,000,001 fast food receptacles in his room. He has like 1,000,000 cups on his desk, some of which still had stuff in it, which has gone sour. So he's playing like Russian roulette with accidentally picking up a cup and chugging something, you know, rotten.
Oh.
Like, he had a video of his early days of when he was doing this stuff, and there was a raccoon that got into his house, and he made a follow-up video about how it got back in again. And apparently that was a commonplace thing. Again, he's not someone I watch, he's not someone that I'm overly familiar with, but I am familiar with his reputation of being just gross. And he doesn't wash, he doesn't oh, I died. He doesn't wash, he doesn't shower or anything like that. And it's just like, and he also eats like shit as well. Like, he doesn't eat actual meals, he just eats fast food every time a day. And it's that kind of way where obviously most people think if you eat a load of fast food, you're just gonna get fat. But the reality is, he's so malnourished that he's skinny. But if he was actually, you know, getting enough nutrition, he'd be very heavy. But he's not. He's not getting enough nutrition. He's not getting enough food, or like food that has any value to it for him to put on weight. And it's just, yeah, it's grim. Like, it honestly seems like to be a big YouTuber or someone big online, for the most part, you need to have something mentally wrong with you. And I don't mean that in the sense like you need to have a mental illness. I mean that in the sense that you need to actually have something severely morally wrong with your brain. Like, ugh.
Somebody needs to go find these baskets.
Found something here that gave me
What
Oh,
basket?
I found one.
What are you talking about? Oh, you're doing. Oh, you know what? That event. I didn't realize that was you were doing that.
Yeah.
It's not even showing up for
Marcus.
me. Must be almost
Well,
over.
come on.
It's nearly at the last stage of.
I should have known. I've been over here
Waves.
hunting for dogs, and there's like dogs all over the place in there.
Oh yeah, there's fuckloads of dogs.
So,
And I just killed them all. Haha.
damn it.
Oh.
Yeah, everywhere I go, they're just dead. So.
Oh
nice to
God,
nine
what have you
more
linked
to the
me?
replay.
August the Duck. August the Duck. I've never seen. I've seen August the Duck's videos. I've watched August the Duck's videos. I've never seen his room. And if you're saying he's worse than Asmongold, Jesus fucking Christ, how bad can it be? My God.
I'm so far away. It spawned me at the entrance instead of spawning me, I don't know, somewhere remotely near the...
And see, this is the thing as well. And don't get me wrong, my house isn't immaculate. Like, I've got a pile of dishes waiting in the kitchen for me. But I have 2 children, and they eat, like, everything all the time. And I would be doing dishes constantly. Like, I get a pile of dishes, and I'll do them all in the one go. Like, my house isn't absolutely immaculate, but I can safely say that we don't have flies, we don't have rats, we don't have cockroaches. We wouldn't get cockroaches even if I did have a messy house, because we don't get them here. It's too cold for the most part. But, like, my house is in a state where I wouldn't be ashamed to show someone through my house. Like, legitimately, it's just not, like, immaculate. But it's a house with 2 kids. Like, it's never going to be fucking immaculate. And I'm sure Bubba can testify to that shit.
Yeah.
Now seems as
No,
good as-
I got one more box.
Let's move out. Make for the exit.
It's fine.
No.
Yeah.
I've actually like went looking for these things, and yeah.
I'm alone with my doggy. I have a dishwasher that gets put in 1 time a week, but it'll be full. See, Mr. Free, that is actually common sense. Like, honestly, if you live on your own and you don't need to use your dishes, you scrape the food off it, you put it in whatever you're going to put it in, and then you put it in the dishwasher, and it sits there for a week. That's absolutely fine. It's contained. It's in a thing that is going to clean it. Like, it's in a space that's going to clean. Flies aren't going to get in. Cockroaches aren't going to get in. That is absolutely fine. Like, the dishwasher, I used to do that with the dishwasher all the fucking time. It would just have a pile of shit in it constantly because we just constantly fill it up and use it. And again, on your own, makes sense to only use it once a week, because what's the point in washing 1 dish every single day if you've got a dishwasher? You'd save up like 10, 20 of them, wash them all in the one fucking go. Hey guys, literally, guy called guys. How you getting on? But I just, it just gives me the heebie-jeebies. And again, I work with animals. Cockroaches actually don't bother me because I have worked with hissing cockroaches. Like,
The Madagascar ones?
yeah.
Oh, those things are so cool.
We had a little bit of a snafu in my work. Well, I say a snafu. It's not really that big of a deal. The Madagascar hissing cockroaches, the males and females obviously can breed like fuck because, you know, they are bugs. And because they can breed like mad, if you accidentally get a male in with the females, you're going to end up quite quickly with hundreds of them. And at that point, you're kind of like, what do we do with them? But, like, those things, laying eggs, is such a weird experience. Like, have you ever seen them lay, like, a cockroach laying eggs? Like, it is such a weird sight. Because, essentially, their back end opens up like a hangar bay door, and then out comes this... The only way to describe it is like a worm. It's like a big maggot-shaped thing that just comes out and just drops eggs, and it's such a weird look. It's literally like the body of a cockroach inside must be completely different from what it looks from the outside, because they're bizarre. 16 breakfast plated, 16 dinner plates, 32 glasses, 16 forks, 9 so plenty of stuff to use before I wash. Anyone who criticises Asmongold should take a look at their sink. The problem with that is like, I could look at my sink and it's a mess, but that's my sink, not my entire house. Like, genuinely, you can't compare, like, one sink to his entire house. And it's not just that, it's actually just his personal hygiene as well. Like, I don't know how he goes so long without washing himself. Like, I genuinely don't.
Maybe he forgets.
I don't know if it's forgets. It's probably... Like, like, a story I recently heard about it is he vomited on his shower curtain and never cleaned it. And then the shower curtain melted from the vomit.
This stream is getting really gross.
It is, but this is the point. I'm trying to illustrate to you that it's not normal. It's not like in any way, shape, or form.
No.
Like normal. That's the case with almost all bugs. The insides are usually completely... Yeah, Mr. Free, 100%. But it's the case that the guy just fucking doesn't care about personal hygiene whatsoever. He doesn't care about cleanliness.
I need to rethink my whole channel. I'm obviously doing it wrong.
And this is the thing, like, people watch him. People watch him and they'll be sitting...
I need to be a complete disgusting shit show and then I can get people to tune in.
Like, and it kind of, like... At a point, it kind of makes me think, are they watching him because his content is worth watching? Or are they watching him to see what weird shit he gets up to? And part of the fact is, I think it's probably that. Like, the whole meme of him being, like, disgusting is probably part of it.
Fire that queen, yikes. Ah, get me out of here.
And it just, yeah. Like, it's that kind of way where maybe that's why our channels aren't, like, ridiculously big, because we're not fucking... Right. Like, yeah. There's not something clearly wrong with us.
Right. Alright.
But then you do have people like Markiplier and things like that who seem like perfectly normal men.
From now on, I'm going to be Wiggles Shit Show. That's going to be the name of the channel. Like,
you've got Markiplier who, again, like... For now, allegedly, seems to be a perfectly normal guy, seems to be incredibly likable, and, you know, loves milk. But there's always, like, an exception to prove the rule, though, isn't there?
Right, of course.
It's important to bring up that people who live like that probably have issues with depression. Not saying it's given, but it's a symptom for sure. Well, I do think that I think for a lot of people that is true, Archive. I think for a lot of people that is very, very, very true. But this guy, this is a guy that makes so much money, so much like profit, and again in an interview he made a statement of like he probably spends like 1% of what he makes, and people are like, well, why don't you just hire a maid? Like, why don't you just hire somebody to do that for you? He's like, well, I just don't want to. So it's that kind of way where saying it's just depression, there has to be, like, and from what I know, he was living like that prior to being on YouTube, and his family was living like that. It's more of like a learned thing. Like, that's how he was raised, and that's how he lived. So it's that kind of way where, like, I don't think it's just it can be simplified as depression. I think it can, there's more at foot for it, and it is just I can't understand it. I'll never understand it, and I'll never agree with it. But at the end of the day, it is his life, and it's that kind of way where, like, if he wants to live that way, he can. Doesn't mean I can't judge him though. Like, that's the thing. Like, people. I've had people in the past say to me, like, oh, you can't judge people's lives. Like, I can. Like, I can.
It's easy to do.
It's very,
reflex.
Like, what? This is the thing. Like,
I'm even that difficult.
I'm brutally honest when it comes to a lot of things. And if I see something, I go, that's gross, I'm gonna just say that's gross. Thank you. But it's just, you know, melted shower curtain. Like that is like a level of extreme that is just bizarre. I guarantee that if Wiggle plays this game while on the toilet having a shit, he'd 500k live watchers every day. I'm sure that's against YouTube's terms of service.
I'd have to go to Twitch for
No,
that.
that was the wrong one. No, you'd have to go to Rumble or whatever the fucking hell it's
Rumble
called.
or yeah, one of those.
It's got weapon weight on it. I need to keep that. Oh, stomach acid is powerful stuff. 100%.
That's
But
why,
it's-
yeah, that's why people that with like eating disorders and stuff can end up with like really bad teeth.
Well, there's also that I suppose it falls into that other bracket of like the mukbang stuff.
Ugh, I don't understand that at all.
I can't
let's
watch
watch
someone
people.
eat.
Let's watch people overeat. No, I don't even like to watch people eat regularly, let alone
Yeah.
overeat.
Well, it's
I'm, like,
the
watching
noise of
people eat
people chewing gets like
Uh-huh.
like genuinely. Don't get me wrong. Like if you start making fake noises to chew just to annoy me, like that doesn't annoy me as much as someone actually just being a noisy chewer. Like someone unintentionally, obliviously chewing noisily is more annoying to me than somebody looking at me dead in the eye and deliberately chewing weird to annoy me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same.
I mean, you can financially support abandoned for homes that have been destroyed by dog piss, and they seem happy. I mean, this is the thing. Like, you get people that just don't respect their environment. I suppose is the best way to look at it. And he's not hurting anybody. Like, this is the fundamental fact. The man is not hurting anybody by living in a shithole. Like, he is in no way hurting anybody other than himself. But it is like this bizarre thing of why is he okay living like that? And I just don't understand it. Like, it's that kind of thing of... I mean, if you go back a couple of 100 years, people were fine with this sort of shit, but then we started to learn, like, the Black Plague was spread by rats and the fleas that were on the rats. You know, like, people started to learn about these kind of things, and we decided, like, maybe you should do this, maybe you should do that. And being overly cleanly is a bad thing as well. I mean, people that overly wash themselves are going to end up with a load of skin problems and things like that. But there is, in my opinion, a limit. And it's that kind of way where if you have hygiene like that, we can't be friends. Like, flat out, I couldn't associate with somebody like that because I'd be scared of catching something off them. Like some sort of fucking super bug. Because, like, I get sick from just normal interactions. Like, I genuinely get sick from just normal... I'm constantly getting sick and things like that. And I clean myself. And I don't clean myself in, like, a overly zealous way. I just have health problems. So things like that just... I couldn't be around people like that because intrinsically I think they would make me ill in the long run. Interacting with their homes would make me ill. And it just, yeah, gives me the heebs. I have a few triggers like chewing loud, breathing, snoring, loud keyboards over voice chat. Sani, a lot of people have that. I mean, Genkai has, I forget what the name of it is, but it's basically like an audio...
Oh yeah,
a version.
Talking about that.
And it's a case of...
Gives him rage.
Yeah, it literally gives him fucking psychopathic rage level rage.
He has to immediately disconnect from like voice chat or anything like that, otherwise he just like loses his mind.
And it's not just like somebody talking too loud or somebody talking too much. It's
specific sounds.
Specific sounds, like annoying sounds, things that would trigger most people.
He just triggered extreme.
If you don't use a wash rag, you're not clean. I mean, what?
I don't understand that at all.
What do you mean by a wash rag?
It's like I use a bar of soap. It works for cleaning.
I mean, if you mean like if you're not using something to clean you, then you're not clean. I kind of agree with that. I think you need like, I've got a... I think it is technically a loofah, but it's like a spongy loofah thing.
Rubber band. I can't get down. Every time I try to jump, it rubber bands me backwards.
I use washcloths for my kids, for washing their faces and things like that. So I do, to an extent, agree you should have some sort of implement. But at the same time, I don't think you necessarily need to use a washcloth.
Something to scrubby.
Yeah, something to scrubby is definitely needed for those deep, hard to clean stains in your soul. I've got plenty of fucking those. What? Fucking what, Inez? My mom used to wash me with a sandpaper when I was a kid. Who the fuck was your mother? Fucking Nurse Ratchet?
No, I didn't
Vila.
do that.
I'll pressure wash you for $10. Fuck's sake. I have a pressure washer. I don't need someone else. But I don't have a pressure washer. My father-in-law has one, and I could get access to it very easily. So I don't need someone else to pressure wash me. You don't know me. Right, I'm gonna... How about 7 minutes? We should be able to pull this off in 7 minutes, I think.
Pull what off?
Nothing.
All right.
Don't think about it. Don't think about it, Wiggle.
No, don't do it.
Just don't think about it.
Where would be a place to find an ant?
An ant. I would
an
try
anthill.
Thunder Mountain Substation TM02 by just a little north of Watoga. Very often it's ants versus Deathclaw there.
There's also
Skyline Valley's got a spot that's like
yeah,
static ant.
I can't remember where it is for the life of me though.
It's on the west, the southwest side, like the corner. I haven't even been there on this character, so I couldn't show you. But there's like a whole bunch of ants.
I'm just
right
looking
there.
back, like the public rags the Romans use at the communal talk. Definitely not.
I'm gonna put a marker. If you feel adventurous, Boba, down all the way at the bottom of the map, kind of like the bottom in the middle of the map. I put a marker. That's about. If you go right about there, like in that area, there's a spot where there's just like a whole bunch. There's like a picnic area, and there's just a ton of ants. It feels super adventurous because I think that's a static spawn.
I just like the idea that Hangry has now got a business for cleaning random people online.
What are we doing? All right, Atlantic City. I don't think I've done this. I haven't done anything on this character, but I want levels. Damn it!
Overgrown keeper. I mean, it's a good way to get levels.
I think so. We'll do the whole thing and the thing. What is the objective here?
We need to get the keeper.
Overgrown keeper. All right, and kill the people.
I mean, that's always there.
There's one right here.
Don't kill the
There we
people.
go. There's a keeper right here. Oh, and a prison key and all that stuff. All right. Probably have something. Let's see. I go with this one.
Did
I
you?
get rusty. I haven't done these things for so long, and I get rusty.
I'm trying to remember. You posted a video about the Crusader pistol getting better next patch, didn't you?
Yes, and I pulled the video.
Why? What happened?
Well, then I checked it again, and I'm just like, they didn't revert it, but they changed it significantly. So the damage over time is not nearly as good as what I had in my video.
Oh, well.
And I'm just like, oh, the hell with this. So I just pulled the video.
See, I see what if shit gets changed. I never pull it. I keep it up because then people start going, "Is this still the case?" And I'm like, "No." I literally just go, "No."
It was just too different. I mean, it was just like, like the whole premise of the video is just not valid anymore. So I just went, no, I mean, with my PTS videos anyway, I usually pull them once all that stuff goes live anyway. So that's not long term. What do we need? Oh, bubblegum bear, all right.
Well, see, I've got a load of videos on Cyberpunk that aren't relevant anymore, but there is niche groups of people it is relevant to. Because Cyberpunk obviously updated to Phantom Liberty. The problem with that being, people on like PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, it didn't update for them. So they don't have Phantom Liberty. So all of those videos are still valid for their version of Cyberpunk. So there's no, like, I didn't delete them for that basis. And to this day, I still get comments going, this hasn't been true since Phantom Liberty. It's like, unless you have these things.
Well, that's the thing. But I mean, for, PTS videos, it's like, once it goes live, I just It's just easier because I
Yeah.
did because there were times I forgot it, and then I get like I don't like replying to comments about stuff. Well, this isn't true, or when does this happen? Well, 6 months ago. I mean, it's just
Aye. Well, people can look at the
it's up
fucking
for
dates
you.
themselves. If you can't look at the date of when a video was published, that is entirely your fault. Well, I started
Or
a
listen
business
to me
on
when-
Dad's chat. Shows the power of the internet.
right. But I had somebody ask on one of my videos. It's like because in the last video, was the last one? Is one I did last weekend. You know, when we got the confirmation of the date and whatever, and I said legendary crafting is going to be part of this update. And the last question I got in that video was, when does this go into effect? And I was like, yeah, fuck you. You didn't. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, whether you
yeah,
actually
you
say the
didn't
date
listen
in the
to the-
video and they don't listen. Yeah.
It's like I said it in the video, and you're asking me like that's kind of my rule. If you ask me a question that's answered in the video, then I just ignore your comment.
Mm.
Because if you're not going to give me your ear, then I'm not going to give you my time. So,
Wait. You're taking people's ears now?
That's right. What are we doing?
Well-
Oh, Sharkston. All right, that works.
Well,
Couple
that'll
people.
be your YouTuber downfall. This YouTuber Kalexi is
Yeah,
it's just
he's
you with a
like,
fucking
"Here."
necklace of them, like you're in fucking
Here.
and
There
what's
you
that
go.
called? Oh God, Universal
for that?
Soldier.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
seen it, but I don't remember it. I mean,
It's-
that's an old movie.
It's
at this
Dolph
point.
Lundgren has
That's
all the
Dolph and
ears.
Kurt-
Yeah.
Kurt Russell, right? Dolph Lundgren, Kurt Russell.
No, it was
Or is it
Jean-Claude.
Jean-Claude?
Yeah.
Okay. What was the one that Kurt Russell was? Wasn't he in one of those? I swear he was in something.
Well, he's-
Maybe a sequel? Was there a sequel to that? Maybe.
I don't think so. I think that only had one. And yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Welcome
no,
back, Neely. Now,
Now I'm curious if
everybody give Neely a get well soon because he
Get well
unfortunately just lost one of his legs.
Oh, that sucks.
So
Yes,
you know
that-
everybody, because he lost one of his legs, everybody give him a hand.
Oh, too
We've-
soon.
We were making jokes before that. It's fine.
Oh,
He's
okay.
got a pirate costume fucking ready. Like yeah, he's gonna be fine.
Oh, Soldier. Okay, there was a movie called Soldier, and he was in that. See, I was close. I just had too many in the title.
To be fair, we could get Kenobi to 3D print him a peg leg.
There you go.
But yeah, no, like Neely is having a tough time.
Yeah, it sounds like it. It's pretty bad.
I mean,
You
like,
need a nurse.
as a gamer, like I've said it before, it could be worse. It could have been an arm. Like, and it would have been harder for him if it was an arm. Like, but it's never good losing a limb. But yeah, I don't think I've watched Soldier. I don't think I've watched that.
I've seen it. I don't remember it. I mean, it's just other than that, Kurt Russell was in it, and I think his character was very, like this. I mean, I remember the character being like this emotionless kind of character, which is why Universal Soldier kind of popped into my head. It was like, oh, okay, because that's kind of what they were, right? They were like these. Weren't they like cyborgs or something? Wasn't that the?
And Universal Soldier, sort of. They were cyborgs. They had to be like
Yeah.
chilled. They were basically just like super soldiers that they would chill, but they were dead. So it was dead soldiers that they'd bring back to life, basically. And Mr. Free, I know there's the pedal things, and there was a quadriplegic YouTuber or Twitch streamer who completed Elden Ring or Dark Souls 3, I forget which one, it might have even been both, and he's obviously got no arms or legs. So, you can game with your fucking tongue, with your eyebrows, there's like so many ways that you can game without like limbs, but I admittedly, I'd rather have the limbs so that it was easier for me. Just, that's my main kind of thought process on it. Like, if I had to choose one, take the leg. The which leg? Do I even have a favorite leg?
Take the chair leg. You can take any chair leg you want. That's what I'll give you.
Not bothered about my leg. Dad knows what's bothering me. He says 10 words in it.
Oh, actually, cigarettes right here. So if you still need asbestos, grab all the.
I already got that.
Isn't there cigarette bags? I thought there was like cigarette cartons here somewhere. Oh well.
But something I saw recently that was, you know that what's it called? Neuralink, the thing in the chip in the head, where you can control PCs and other stuff with your brain. Basically, there was a paraplegic guy or quadriplegic guy that had the Neuralink installed, and he went to play one of the and I forget which online game it was. It might have been COD, that kind of thing. And he was basically saying from that with this Neuralink and playing the game, it's like he's got aimbot. It's like he's cheat.
Oh yeah.
Like it's too good at what it does. So
I can understand that. I mean, but that's actually cool that Neuralink is that good.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like if it's that good that you feel like you're cheating, it's like, well, that's awesome.
Well, the thing is, like, the way he was going on about it, he said they're gonna, like, when they have gaming competitions and like formats and things like that, it's gonna be a case of you're gonna have to separate disabled people because they're too good.
Right. They'll be the yeah.
They'll have to be like a Neuralink group of people, and then people who are just using like actual, real format, because they'll just be too good at the game otherwise. Because he basically said he was shooting people before he actively was like, oh, I need to shoot them. It was just doing it automatically because he was like, there's a guy, and his subconscious was just basically pulling the trigger quicker than he could react to it himself.
Okay, got my sound back.
Yay!
Fun fact, they had to readjust the Neuralink because it shifted. When you say it shifted, what do you mean by that, Sani? I've seen implants in your arm that authenticate you to log in. I mean, there's loads of different implants and things like that. The technology for, like, prosthetics and things like that is coming leaps and bounds. I mean, they're coming along with microchips that are basically like as thin as sellotape that you can weave around objects so that you can run things so much easier. Like, when you think of the Steam Deck, for example, if you go back 10 years, the thought of having a handheld PC like that size, that powerful, was a fucking pipe dream. It's just, there's so many different things. The wires go into the brain. So when you say it slipped into the brain, or like what's going on with it? I'll say this, I'm still shit at games. It's not affecting my game skills. You have the most inclusive chat in any type stream and a diverse group of followers. A diverse group of assholes, more like it, nearly. I'm an exponent. I wish I could do these without the constant fear of my game exploding. Yeah, I definitely don't think your game exploding would be a good thing, Weeblord. Is it really that bad on the other formats for this event? I think the newest RoboCop had a similar tech implant that augmented combat skills. Oh, probably. I mean, like, the thing is, when it comes to this like technology like that, if somebody asked me, would you get a Neuralink, would I fuck? Would I put anything in my brain that hasn't been, like, through multiple fucking iterations, multiple field tests, and different kind of things like that? But when you're in a position where, like, you're paraplegic, quadriplegic, you're paralyzed, I can understand why they would go down that route, because, I mean, well, I suppose the only thing they've got really left to lose in some instances is their life. So I can understand why people would be desperate to get back into gaming and be able to do these things and, take part in it. I can understand, like, if I'd lost the ability to play games, I would be depressed as fuck. Jesus Christ, weeb. But I suppose that's the thing about progress. Human testing has to happen. Like, don't get me wrong, you could say it's unethical, you can say it's inhumane, but it's the only kind of way you can test anything these days. Because you can't test it on animals, because people lose even more of a shit on that than anything else. The moment the visor went down, the person wasn't deciding anymore in RoboCop. I see. I've not seen the newest RoboCop movies. I'll be honest. I heard bad things about them and then never went to the effort of seeing it when it came to DVD. I fast travel, no one else. Gaming, the hospital bored as fuck. Oh, I can imagine, nearly. Like, that's always the worst thing about in hospitals, when you've got nothing to do and you're just waiting around. Though I've had quite a positive kind of experience with hospitals in my life. Like, when I was obviously younger, I had the tip of my finger taken off by an accident and my entire arm shattered. And ever since then, I've actually quite liked hospitals. Not, like, enjoyed them, as in, you know, I want to go in and sit in the hospital kind of thing. But, you know, that kind of way where when I think of hospitals, I feel like it's a positive place. Like, the doctors, the nurses, everybody was lovely. And then when I went into an operation for removing polyps in my sinuses, like, I felt that was quite positive as well. Everybody was lovely yet again. So I always feel like hospitals are a good thing. I know some people can be scared of them and they freak them out and kind of things like that, but I actually quite like the experiences I've had in the hospitals. But, you know, that might just be unique to me. Lag plus jetpack equals lift off, fucking hell. I'm not so sure of progress for most things, but I do feel it's amazing for people that are in a similarly completely isolated situations. Oh, 100%, man. 100%. The new RoCop isn't as good as the original trilogy, although 3 doesn't really count, but it's a good enough movie. I'd suggest you watch the new RoCop Zmore. It's fun Saturday night evening watch. Yeah, I might do. Oh, I got another Sacred Mothman tome. But yeah, it's one of those things. It really is one of those things where I think when it comes to the advancement of human technology, you know, you're gonna get some weird shit happening, and the Neuralink, yeah, I don't know if I'll ever get that. Like, even if they perfect it, I don't know if I'll ever get something like that. Like that. Just the idea of, like, the idea of anything being implanted in my brain. I mean, what do you guys think about that? Like, getting what is essentially unnecessary brain surgery to have...
I don't know. I mean, depending on what it can do, I would be, you know, sign me up. I mean, it would depend on what it does, but I could definitely see, yeah, unnecessary. Well, that's the thing. It was just like unnecessary, then it's different. But if it's like, I mean, if it can help you with, like, you know, avoid cognitive decline as you get older, or
but see,
no,
that,
I mean, it would depend. But I mean, if it was just like, oh, I want to be able to control my TV with my brain, then no.
Well, see,
But
this,
if there's something else.
yeah, this is the kind of thing about it. Like, if they found a way to use these implants and these chips to completely eliminate and cure Alzheimer's, for example.
Sure, yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
fucking hell! That would be the greatest thing. That would be the greatest medical achievement in our time. But if it's just, yeah, as you said, to control your TV, do I really need that? You know?
Right.
And
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do it for
yeah.
that. I mean, I wouldn't do it for, like, oh, I want to be better, you know, better at video games. Like, I wouldn't for that reason. But if there was some
you
help,
can edit
you know,
videos with your mind.
Right. It's like I envisioned the video, and for once it actually turned out like my vision. But no, if like there was some medical benefit to it, then sure. I mean, I'm down for. I mean, I had laser eye surgery, which is essentially unnecessary surgery, right? Like, glasses work just fine, but it was, you know, it was like, wow, I can not, you know, don't need glasses, so it was awesome. But that was unnecessary, and I did it, but after a lot of research, a lot of a lot of research. But yeah, I did that.
Yeah, and this is like Hangry and Mr. Free have kind of made like IT related stuff, like hacking is
yeah, we sure
a huge,
so yeah, but
huge thing.
like New Vegas, like if it's Fallout New Vegas, I get an implant, my intelligence goes up by 1. There you
Like,
go.
yeah, but it's that kind of thing of well, that's the thing about it. If you had Neuralink and it could access Google, then you could go like, what is the capital of Egypt? Bing. Like,
Yeah, on the
But
one
then,
that, yeah.
but then the problem with that is there's a lot of shit on Google that isn't true. So then you're kind of like getting this false information piped into your fucking brain. And there's so fucking many things that would give me the fear about this implant in its current iteration that I just, no.
I need Neuralink so I can win at trivia night at the bar. That's why I'm getting Neuralink. So
To be fair,
there's
most
all kinds of stupid reasons that you could do. Like,
and
but,
people would
yeah.
get it for those reasons as well.
Of
This is the
course they
thing.
would.
Like,
of course they would.
there are a lot of people that would do anything for any slight advantage over other people.
I mean, think of all the people who cheat at Fallout 76, right?
I mean,
a game
yeah.
that just is so.
The fucking no doors mod is just like
Every time I
stupidity.
take a walk through Fallout 4, I'm reminded of how easy this game is. It's like, oh, this game has made me soft. Like, that's what this game has done. It's made me soft. I go to play another game that has even a little bit of difficulty and I just get slaughtered, and it's because, like, I didn't used to suck. Like, I used to be okay. I didn't used to just get slaughtered in this game, but now I do because I'm just used to, being an overpowered god in Fallout 76 with just, like, no effort at all.
I mean, I play lots of other games, so I kind of, like, I don't get into that kind of thing. But I do need to play a game for a little while before I get into the swing of, like, warming up and things like that.
This thing is so cool. I can't wait to just pile on the endurance and have so much AP I can actually use a Tesla.
When you're so deep into cybersecurity that you start living in the woods without any energy, fucking hell.
Argument using a chip to Google stuff on apply, pull out your phone. Well, that's the thing. It's like I got my phone like I already have Google at my fingertips all the time without surgery.
Yeah.
So.
But
It's like
this
so
is
much
the thing.
trouble to like turn on my phone and like punch in
People are lazy. People are incredibly lazy when
it's
it
like
comes
we have
to
text to speech. Yeah, but talking, that's really difficult. I'd rather just sort of think about it and have it happen. That's the level of effort I want to put in. Just kind of think about it and have it just work.
I have a partial vision due to a stroke. I'd sign up for any brain surgery to fix it. Nathaniel, see, these are the things that we would, like, I can understand using this technology for stuff like that. Like, to help people recover from strokes, Alzheimer's, and things like that.
That'd be awesome.
Like, these kind of things would be, like, the groundbreaking medicine. Like, absolutely fucking amazing, and just, like, the next stage of human evolution as far as I'd be concerned, because you could get these implants that would essentially eliminate things that could not end somebody's life, but debilitate them for the rest of their lives. But the stuff that just makes you play video games better, like, fucking hell. Like, why would you bother? Like,
well, like I said, if there was a medical benefit, I would do it.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I like if you could back up memories and you could play back, like, events in your life. Like, that would be, like, even that would, I'd say, like, if I could literally
be pretty cool, yeah.
play back a memory and get all the sensory input from that memory perfectly. Like, that would be amazing. Like, things like that.
In your brain.
But essentially, you could just relive an entire holiday experience during your dreams or something like that.
Sure.
You could remember your family that have passed away. You could. There's so many different things like that, but it's just most people will get these things just for the basic stuff of, oh, I can't be bothered getting up. I've got a remote in my brain.
Right. It's like I don't even have to pick up my phone to order my food. I can just think about it, and a pizza will show up at my house.
Because I mean, think of how well, yeah, exactly. Think of Oh, and before I forget, if anybody's ever looking for armor plans, I always forget to check this place. There we are. See, if you come in here, there's a chance that there's going to be a random set of armor plans in here, and I always forget to pass through here to check it, and it can have all the basic armor plans that you can get in the game. You can spawn
one of the better
any of these
spots
little
for
bits.
marine armor.
Yeah, but and then you also get recipes up here, but they spawn in these little cabinet things. Just thought I'd put that information out there. It's actually one of my best videos in terms of views, because it's like last time I checked it was like 30,000, I think.
Yeah, mine took off after all the new people, because I did an armor plan video, and it didn't really do much because when I put it out, it's like no one's looking for armor. But then when all the new people came to the game, all of a sudden they were looking for that stuff, and
Yeah.
those kind of videos just kind of took off after that. No idea how it's doing, but
Ask Alexa, she'll give you pointless info anytime. Yeah, well, this is the thing. Like, Alexa is the current version of, like, laziness incarnate. Because even with my Sky, I've got Sky Glass TV, so I shout at it to turn itself off as I'm leaving a room. And half the time it doesn't even fucking know what I'm saying to it. It's like, try to understand my accent for it is sometimes a bit much. But it's like, that technology is just a sheer example of human laziness. I'm amazed at the number of people who just don't understand password protection. Well, the thing is, like, when it comes, like, one of the things I find hilarious about password protection for people is there's all these kind of things about don't leave your passwords written in your house, like your banking password and all that kind of thing. And my reaction to that is the person who is, it's actually safer to have your password written in your house than it is to have it saved to your computer. Because if somebody comes and breaks into your house, they're not coming to steal like your fucking notes of paper or anything like that. They're coming to steal your stuff. They'll take the computer, not the fucking book beside it that says all your passwords in it. Unless, obviously, you leave it very obviously saying, these are the passwords for all my computer, please steal me. But it's that kind of way of, you know... like, typically the person who comes to rob your house isn't concerned about the password for your fucking computer or anything else on your PC. They're just concerned about the PC itself and selling it. Well, is that not a famous thing that happened to Mr. Breast? Like, a guy stole his laptop, and the laptop had his cryptocurrency on it, apparently. Or, like, the wallets to his cryptocurrency, or something like that, the keys to the wallets. And then he managed to get into it and get the money back, because he got a grand worth of PC when he could have got, like, hundreds of thousands of dollars in cryptocurrency if he knew what he was doing. But because that's like, the thieves who steal your shit aren't actually out to get the fucking weird shit. Like, they don't know about cryptocurrency. Like, a common thief isn't going into your house to fucking steal your Bitcoin. But that's the thing, Mr. Free. Most people that have passwords will write them down. And it's actually perfectly safe to do that in a home environment. Because, quite frankly, somebody robs your house, they aren't fucking looking at that pin board. They are trying to get all your shit and leave. Unless they know something that we don't. And they know you've got money on your PC. God damn it, Yo Guai. I wish I knew. Between the kids and my expensive habit of gaming, I don't know what that is. Yeah, unfortunately I've had so many passwords that in so many different places and so many accounts for different things. Half the time I have to reset my passwords every time I go to a fucking website.
if all they would do is just tell you, okay, what's the format? Like, what format do you use for your passwords? That would help me so much. Instead
Yes.
of, well, I don't know what format they want, so I have no clue what I would have used. So
100%. Like, I have to
It's
change
so
it because
annoying.
it's like, are they using a capital letter? Are they using that minimum character thing? Are they using, like,
Yeah.
you need to have a symbol, a letter, and a fucking number and a capital? Like, if they would just do that simple thing, then I would be able to fucking get my password almost every time through, like, just certain guessing and knowing at the time when I put that thing up. Because I've got like a bunch of different passwords I use and variations of the password and different fucking numbers, letters, combinations, and weird shit. Because no one can have a different password for every single fucking thing unless they write it down. No one can. It's just not physically possible. Like, no one... Well, unless you've got, like, a photographic memory, of course. But what if they have 100 sneak? What then? Well, if they have 100 sneak, then it's not really going to do much, because I won't know that they're there, will it? They've already stolen all my shit.
Unless you have 100 perception.
We both know that's not true.
Let's
I'd be
see.
lucky if I have 10.
10 perception.
Did I just... No, I didn't. I was just seeing nonsense there. Oh, the kind of prices people sell things for is just bizarre.
Dogs. I guess there's dogs there, sort of. I don't want to do that. Where are dogs? Where is a dog spawn?
A good dog spawn, if you look to the stream now, Sylvie and Son's logging camp is got ones. Is it canines or just dogs?
It's dogs. There's only 3 of them, though, and I went
Sylvie
there.
and Sons should have free.
Oh, wait, I know one I didn't try. Let's see, do I have it?
Try to think of another one that's got the radioactive. There's also
actually Automaker Cabin is good. It's got like half a dozen wolves and yeah.
There's also Sugar Maple. They've got dogs on. Yeah, that like it's just across from New Gad.
Thank you for your cooperation.
There's usually dogs right there.
Oh, okay, got you. God, I never go to that part of the map ever. In fact, I don't have any of those. Wow, I have like nothing. I've got Summersville, and then I have Bleeding Kate's Grindhouse, and nothing in between on this character. That's crazy. Okay, I need to go over there just to pick up some markers. I need to just go over there just to go. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about too. That building that looks like it should be used for something that isn't used for anything.
Yeah, and it's just got dogs on the river side of it. Yeah,
it's like,
just a
why
weird
did they
one.
build this big building and then you can't go inside? It's like just taking up all the space, and it's just you know it's cut content. It's got to be cut content because yeah.
I think there's a lot of things in this game that just didn't make it to live, or they just forgot about.
Well, imagine, if they do, because people want like a map expansion. Imagine if they went through all these buildings that were unused and just started like in batches. It's like, yeah, we've randomly just picked up all, had all these buildings. Now they actually have stuff in them. You can get inside, and maybe there's NPCs, maybe there's not. But if they just did a whole bunch of that and filled in the map, I don't know if the game would handle it, but I can't imagine it'd be any different than adding a new region and with a bunch of locations. So.
Well, I think they need to work on their servers and the framework of the game.
Yeah, I would like to see them not be on whoever they're using. I guess they're using Amazon. Like
I think everybody uses Amazon. I think everybody uses Amazon, even Microsoft.
But the Microsoft is in the cloud business, I think. Like I don't think that. I mean, I think they actually are in the cloud because they've got the Azure. Azure. Yeah, they've got Azure. So like they've got their own business. So it just seems weird that unless there's contractual or. Obviously, migrating from one server to another is a big thing.
That might be the problem, that they'd need to do like a huge doodly-doo-doo.
Yeah, but it would still probably be. Well, actually, I don't know if it'd be worthwhile or not. I don't. Maybe their servers are worse. Who knows? But I don't hear like the complaints I hear on for PC in terms of lag and stuff. I don't hear on Xbox so much.
Yeah, but they also have other issues.
True enough.
So it's like, so their issues are usually a different thing. Something somebody said in one of my videos recently, and this one got me because it was funny. Basically, he was talking about how he has a vampire 2-shot, a vampire like fucking furious weapon and things like that. And I basically went to him, that's definitely hacked. Like, if it's got vampire and another 1-star legendary effect, it's definitely hacked. He was like, what, you can have hacked things on the PlayStation? I was like, well, first off, if you've got that, then yes. But also, yes. Like, it's difficult to hack stuff on PlayStation, but not impossible.
See, I always just assume that they don't know what they're talking. They don't really know what they have. And oh, I'm in the wrong place for the nuke. All right. Over
Yeah,
here
I
at
was
the
waiting for it
Cranberry
dropping.
Bog.
But no,
Cranberry Bog,
like,
alright.
well, you can hack on Xbox and you can hack on PlayStation. It's just not as easy and readily available to any rando that is to.
What I'm just saying is, like, I just think
Hey,
that
Scott.
they don't
welcome.
actually have that. Like,
Well,
that's what I think is they don't actually have it.
I'm very much in the same mindset of it. He probably doesn't have it, but
Yeah.
you can. I mean, like, think of all the fucking hacking little shits that are on Xbox, like competitive games. Like that alone proves that you can. If you can hack in fucking COD on Xbox, why couldn't you fucking hack on Fallout 76? It's a given that it's physically possible. Don't know how you do it. Don't care to know how you do it, but it is possible to do it. I love seeing the anti-armor vampire explosive, faster fire rate, less AP cost. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I get comments like that all the time. I've got a bloody 2-shot explosive anti-armor handmade. No, you don't. You
No,
just
for
don't have
fuck's
that.
sake.
You just don't have that.
Mabye! Thank you for the $5, Scott. If I don't open my eyes, I don't need to look at it. Someone, someone guide me with the neural link. Am I facing the right way? Is this the door? I'm at the door. Someone tell me if I'm at the door. Does he have a kind face? I wasn't at the door, god damn it. But yes, thank you for the $5, but not for the little fucking gushy-legged douchebag. The ones I hate are the Fat Man launchers that fire like a minigun. Yes, the people that use them are borderline sociopaths. It is more injected rather than hacked. They observed broken in-game mechanics to create those weapons. They fixed that years ago, though. I don't think they fixed all of it, though, Sammy. I think a lot of the injected stuff that was really bad was removed, but there is still stuff that is currently, like, they always find ways round the fixes. This is the kind of problem with, and it's why I always say hackers, because there's people out there that are very smart at finding these things, and I can't think that they're finding them through random chance. I have to feel like they are specifically looking for them in ways that I don't and won't understand. Oh yeah, 100% Glare, 100%. I know there's still some no-no stuff in this, well, in the PC side of it at the very least. But you know, I don't touch that shit, because if I'm gonna get banned, it's gonna be banned for being an asshole rather than, you know, something else. Oh shit.
Ah! I think there's a lot of damage. I'm not used to having so little health here.
He does do a lot of damage.
A lot of damage.
What's your motto? If I'm gonna get banned, it's going to be for being an asshole? My girlfriend has an orbital strike launcher on an alt, so that is still in the... Fucking hell. But nah, there is a lot of stuff still in the game that, you know, that should have been removed, and I can't believe they haven't removed it. But, you know, I don't, it's not affecting me in any way, so I'm not gonna fucking make a big deal about it. I'm not getting any loot from that guy.
Oh, someone's doing the old auto axe thing. So this is
Was that back?
Well, no, it never went away. It's the radiation thing that was passed. But auto axes are broken. Like, they're so strong right now. They keep upping them. So they just help this. That's all.
Oh, DPS, you'll find this hilarious. Steam banned my deck account in the middle of the night this weekend for... What? What do you mean they banned you for fraud? In what way fraud? What did you do? Or what did they explain what they thought you did? Said their automated detected fraud on the account and refunded me buying 76. Refunded you buying 76? What the fuck? That's weird. It is a fun event. I do like the robots. I think they're a bit more of a challenge than the other random shit you get in the game. See, that's something I've not... Like, I'm one of those people that I don't believe in antiviruses. And I mean that in the sense of, I think a lot of them are a scam. Like, because obviously on my Steam Deck, it's a case of it's using Linux. So yeah, that's a different thing. But on my PCs, because it's using Windows, I've never believed that I need anything other than Windows Defender. Mainly because I'm not doing anything dodgy enough, and I'm not downloading from random websites in an often enough capacity for it to really matter for me. Like, maybe if I was, like, fucking downloading things constantly and going on, like, sites that have the potential to have viruses and things like that. But because my day-to-day life does not involve downloading a lot of stuff, I tend to not worry about it. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Free. Like, 100%, that's my point of view of it. For what I use it for, it's just, it would be a waste of my money. And on top of that, like, all the antiviruses that I've ever tested or played around with have just been a massive pain in the backside to use. Like, they just pop up or do things when you don't want them to. And it's usually a whole load of fucking nothing. Fuck off, fly. Fire up the Napster and get the PC clap. Yes. Like, long gone is the days of Napster and LimeWire. Oh, God. That's when you know you're old. When you've outlived all the programs. Get rid of that one. Get rid of you. Chuck you in the bin. I keep looking at the fact that it's double script, and I'm just depressed by it. It's too much script wiggle.
Too much. Yeah, I haven't been grinding it like I said. I mean, I have a mule that still has stash space and carry weight. I've been lax. I haven't felt like it. I mean, that's honestly what it is. I just haven't felt like it.
Yeah, until the next
like
patch comes out, I just don't
I
want to play as much.
Yeah, I mean, I know in the grind, you know, when it comes to it, I'll want to grind like crazy, and I probably wish I had more stuff to script, but it's just like, I don't feel like grinding yet when it's just all I'm doing is grinding to put it in a storage, you know?
Did I just script an anchorage ace, Mr. Free? Yes.
Uh-oh.
And I'll fucking do it again. I have loads of them. I don't need any more, and quite frankly, can't be arsed fucking trying to sell one either. But yeah, no, yeah, that's a bit of a weird fucking thing to get banned for.
Transmitting coordinates to the local bot stop.
I reiterate with my and give you an I'm fairly certain I've got characters that are selling them and they haven't sold. So it's that kind of way of, if I'm not selling the ones I've already got and I just don't trade people, then, you know. If they were, what's the word? What is the word I'm thinking of? If you couldn't get them in the game anymore, I would be inclined to give them away. But you can, and I didn't even realize this event had started. I'm losing my mind. But you can, and people can fucking grind for them themselves. It's not like that event isn't triggerable 3 times on every server. Like, I just, yeah, I don't value it enough to care.
All right, I am gonna go do some editing.
Alrighty, Wiggle. Good luck with that. Hopefully, you can get it all done
Yeah, hopefully. We'll see. Have a fantastic stream.
We will do.
Bye, Wiggle.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey Bagu, how you getting on? Welcome to the stream. I got 10 plus psychic damage from this. Good, Sani. That was my intention. To psychically attack you. Yeah, we're just chilling, scripping anchorage aces, you know, the usual. Killing Sani with this song. And nearly it is definitely time to join the PC Master Race. And I mean, even more so than ever, now that you're missing your leg. Like, get a PC, or, you know, if you don't want to get a PC, get a Steam Deck. And join me in the lazy bastards sitting on the couch club playing my PC games. Ticket to Revenge is ultra rare. Well, Ticket to Revenge, you can only physically get one per character. So that one is actually rare, and most people will just script that or just drop it or any number of things. Like, I have seen countless people just drop Ticket to Revenge on the floor at events. I'm fairly certain I got the Anchorage Ace from that event on like the 5th time I went to it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I just don't care about it at all. I've tested it already and I no longer care. Like, it's one of the better variations of that gun, but yeah. In theory, it's easy to do that, Mr. Free, but that does require you to have a character spot free. Zani, I have 2 in my main. If I was playing, I would give you one. I mean, he's already got one. That's the point. He's just upset that I script it.
Location secured. Initiating
patrol. It's not the fact that he needs one, it's the fact that I just went, fuck it, it's going in the bin. What am I doing today? I am doing random shit. Scripting things, just farming, just chilling out. Honestly, Fallout 76 has so little new to do at the moment, and because we're waiting on the new crafting system, it is literally just chasing cars, isn't it? Isn't that right, Bubba? I think Bubba's died. Boop, 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 boop.
Welcome to Spin the Wheel, the most noonatastic show in all
Come
of
on.
America. I'm Cappy.
Get up, Cappy.
And I'm Bottle.
Spend your modules on Secret Service armor? I might do on the night before the thing. I ain't doing it now. That will fuck me over something awful for the rest of the month. I mean, we think about it, we've only got 2.5 weeks.
Oh no!
Ish. Until the update.
And yellow? Well, we'll leave that one up to the
I got all but the helmet for the deep space power armor parts. Is that the one from Oh, that's the alien one, isn't it? Or am I being stupid? It looks like you've got some back boobs there. It looks like that should be on the front. Oh, daily ops. I see. I've been using Crusader Pistol lately, but it doesn't. Ground mag freaking freezes me too. Is there any stuff that's all that? Especially. I mean, the cryo one, I think freezes you because isn't all cryo weapons like explosive technically? Because, like, the fire one, for example, I've got a fire one here and I shoot at the ground, it'll burn me, but that's because I've got the explosive effect on my gun. So, it's a case of, yeah, if you've got explosive on it, it'll do it. But freezy weapons have explosive as well, I think. Welcome back, Bubba. I kept asking you questions.
Yeah, what did you ask me while I was gone?
I can't fucking remember. I thought so with Cryo, because you get the same on like the alien blaster and the alien disintegrator with the freeze. Like it does have explosive effect, even though it isn't technically an explosive weapon. Alrighty, Neely. Catch you later. Have fun and get yourself rested up, man. Oh god, that yellow mascot's gonna die. Where's the yellow mascot? What one is the yellow one? They all look fucking piss-stained. Ah, that one. Right. Yeah, Grenadier is sometimes a problem.
Golly, the animals have escaped from the petting zoo. Get them out of the area.
Chase the chickens! Push the Brahmin! High five your grandma. Where are they? I don't see any. Oh, there's a Brahmin. And there's another Brahmin. God. That fucking Brahmin went to outer space. You can lose 2 of the free statues in that event and still get the full reward. Well, I mean, I'd rather we don't lose all of them. So, if we protect this one, the longer we protect it, the better. Oh.
How many more do we have to go?
I have no fucking idea.
Okay. Anglers and rad rats. Yay.
What'd you call me?
A rad rat.
How very dare you. Yeah, it only need 92 waves, so one more wave after. Wait, what? We've not done 91 waves. Those anglers spawned in that caravan. Eh. We all need a nap, Mr. Free. We all need a nap. I certainly do. I'm up at like fucking 6. No, actually, it's probably 5:30 in the morning tomorrow, so that's gonna be fun.
Ew, sucks to be you. Haha.
Yep. Definitely does suck to be me. I'm working quite a lot in the next few weeks, so yeah. That's something.
I don't go in until 5 p.m.
You motherfucker!
But then I work until like 12:30.
I mean, that's not too bad. Caravanglers. Yes, the caravanglers. I know I do. Haven't slept properly in weeks. Barely sleep and then crash and burn 6 hours straight. Then I don't want to sleep. They were homesteading that trip. You were up at 4:30 AM. Why the fuck were you up at 4:30 AM? Though I suppose murdering people isn't going to do itself. Scott out there with a cheese wire.
Oh, the golden cappies. Oh.
I'd like to imagine Scott as an assassin. He kills people for the big oil companies.
Yay! For all the sausage grease.
I was up at 4:30 AM, but that wasn't by choice. Whose choice was it? Modern day Jack the Ripper. Scott the Slasher. pew, pew, pew.
Ow.
Behemoth.
Get off me. Oh. Stupid. Get back.
But Jack the Ripper only killed hookers? I mean, you gotta have a hobby. A grotesque and horrifying hobby, but, you know, gotta have a hobby.
What a snoozer! Tactics and slam skills!
God, I hate Cappy's voice. Most high-pitched, shrill little shit ever. I have trouble sleeping too. The stolen merchandise chop shop in the apartment over me likes to work all... What the fuck? It's the fact that you know it's a chop shop.
Make sure to give the food stall a visit. We've got all sorts of fine treats around there.
Come on, open. Oh, somebody's on the script machine, right? That makes sense.
But now we have things to do. I need to get off of it.
To be fair, the things that I have to do are very often stupid.
I didn't say they were stupid.
No, I'm saying they're stupid. Like, almost everything I do is stupid. I mean, coming back to this game, stupid.
Yeah. So, I went and picked up Zane's PC.
Uh-huh.
It was in a boot loop. And apparently something got messed up on the BIOS. So, they fixed it.
Oh, good.
Short story. $45. So, I'm like, yay.
I mean, that could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, they had to fix that in order to figure out what was wrong with it, and that fixed it. So it was just the $45 for the diagnostic thing.
The funny part is I live right across the street from the police. I mean, that is funny. Angry. That is funny. I don't think I've ever had any of my PCs stuck in a boot loop. But then, my PCs very rarely break down. Like, usually if they break down, it's a mechanical fault.
No, they just adjusted the BIOS, like set it back to default or whatever, and it was all better. But it didn't start happening until Bubba tripped and fell on it.
Where the fuck was the PC?
On the floor, next to the desk.
Why is it not under the desk?
Because it's technically not a desk. It's actually a sewing machine cabinet.
What the fuck? Have you got your kids working in the sweatshop while they're on PC?
Maybe.
It's like, you better sew 2 pairs of fucking Nikes before you can play that game.
Yeah, the $45 was just the diagnostic fee, but since that actually fixed it, they didn't charge me anything else, so.
I've legitimately never taken a PC in for repair. Like, I've always fixed it myself. I am fucking way too cheap to pay for fucking PC repairs. Yep, Bubba's Magical Sweatshop.
Yes. So anyways, the whole point of my story, actually, was they have now streamed on Twitch.
What, Bubba?
No.
You?
Thanks.
What did they stream on Twitch?
They were playing a new playthrough of Cult of the Lamb.
Ah. Did they get any ham?
I don't know.
Oh, there's two here.
Live forever in the light.
I stole the stuff. I actually just unplugged it and plugged it back in. To be fair, like a lot of PC repair places definitely just do that. Because some people are just
Well, we had
thick as
done
shit.
that several times, and I'd even took the side of it off to make sure everything was like in where it was supposed to be, and da 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 da. Yeah.
I don't even know how the HDD was FAT32, but what the fuck? I did not read the first comment, did I? Let's see. I'll read that in a second. Just need to kill these fuckers first. Just die. Just die. There we go. Let it happen. Right, I mean, my Windows 10 system wasn't running on U5 for a long time. It needed legacy BIOS until I figured out I had a hard drive of FAT32 still, so changed it to NTFS. And now it's U5. Oh, okay. Yeah, I do remember FAT32 from older systems. But yeah, not like any PC repairs I've ever done, and I'll be honest, like all my PCs that I've had in the past 10 years are all still running. Like all of them still function and work. I mean, my kids have my oldest PC that's upstairs and is currently doing what it does. And that PC, I literally upgraded that so many times. I replaced parts and tried to prolong its life for the longest possible time, until I got the PC I now use for like on the stream stuff and all that, which was originally my gaming PC, and then once the older PC just slowed down for editing and I couldn't get it to edit properly, that's when we upgraded to the current setup. Well, my system before that, I gave away because for the longest time I didn't have a PC anymore because well, it was simply put, I just didn't have the space for it in the tiny flat we were living in. Then when Isaac was born, that's when I decided to get a new one. So I'd been saving up and I was kind of like, what am I going to get with it, that kind of thing. And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to get a PC again and start PC gaming again. And that's when I made my YouTube channel and then started going down this rabbit hole. Which isn't quite 10 years ago, but it yeah. Let's see. See if we can find some Coke Fiends. I don't know how or why, it was just weird. I was really confused. It worked fine before. Added 2 10 terabyte. Fuck, I need to get one of them. And blah blah. Weird. Remember your first CPU that you got had level 3 cache? Fucking hell. There's a bunch of nerds in the chat. Nerds! Holy Mothman. 512k. Fucking hell. I think my first... technically the first computer I ever had was the Commodore 64, because you could use that as like a PC. Not that I ever used it like a PC, but you could have done.
I had to use 8-inch floppy disks to load my computer, my first one.
I fucking remember floppy disks. There's something satisfying about putting a floppy disk in that you don't quite get anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
well, most PCs don't even come with like a CD drive unless you request it.
well, at my my mother's, there is a bunch of floppy disk boxes You know, like the old boxes you used to get where it was just fucking absolutely rammed full of floppy disks with games on all of them. So I love floppy disks. Screw floppy disks, zip drives. How dare you? How very dare you?
Yeah, it used 8-inch floppy disks to actually start up the computer.
And those fucking things
like
were huge. It was
Yeah.
like it was like putting in a fucking, well, bigger than a CD, isn't it? And I mean CD as in the CD case.
Yeah, it was like probably twice the size
It's like
of a
putting
CD
in
case.
putting in like a DVD case.
Yeah, the damn thing was freaking huge. Alright, I don't even know what I'm doing. What am I doing?
It's just funny because it's that kind of way where people there's people that exist today that don't know what the save symbol on things is. Oh god, we're having a proper trip through nostalgia today in a very nerdy way.
Yes.
Right. Now, because I am up so early this morning, we're going to wait for this next event to trigger. And then I am unfortunately going to have to call it a night because, yeah, I don't want to have to be getting up at like 5 in the morning when I've only got like 3 hours sleep. So, yeah, we're going to definitely call that a night after this. Quitter? Don't you fucking quitter me, Mr. Free. Zemor, please tell us your memories from World War I too. I don't have any fucking memories from World War I. I'm not that old.
I'm older than he is. Damn.
And I'm not asking you for memories from World War I.
I know.
When I rule the galaxy, you'll all burn for this.
Yes, Scott.
I'm older than y'all. I mean, I'm not calling you old though. It will be hot, Sanny. Because you'll be on fire. I forgot that the event on the hour was Mothman Equinox. But to be fair, I need to get more of them done for the like weekly, so yeah.
I need to kill more things.
I honestly was recruited by the CIA in college back in the 90s.
Mm.
I told you he was a fucking assassin. I fucking called it. Scott murders people for money. It also like proves any suspicion I had that the CIA is monitoring my YouTube channel. He knows too much. Shoot him.
Children, listen well. 3 fires have been.
Did I just have a fucking like stroke?
Their light is a vital catalyst.
Probably.
Someone tell me I didn't just have a fucking stroke there.
To contain our light. Destroy their vines encircling each pyre before we proceed.
What just happened? I swear to God, I walked in there and jumped on top of the thing, and why am I outside?
Hurry now,
why is an hour on the clock went forward?
Aliens. I'm not gonna say it's aliens, but it's aliens.
Don't you fucking tell me I'm seeing things again, Sanny. You son of a bitch.
But our work is far from complete. False prophets of the pretenders.
Fucking genuinely, like, I looked away from the screen and I looked back and I was fucking outside and I was like, something don't smell right. I've had like one of those moments. Idiot, it's a legendary effect. It seems to appear sporadically, but will show up whenever possible. I mean, yeah. I definitely suffer from that legendary effect. It's Todd that made that effect himself. No. And now I'm not having a good fucking day. Can I fast travel? This game does not like me right now. It's like, ah, he's going offline, let's mess with him. Let's fuck with his brain. Mr. Free, has your brain ever brained? Because my brain often Brian's, which doesn't help my brain. Doesn't help Brian either. Thank you, magic floating gear. I shall put you somewhere nice. Right, we need freaking rad stacks.
Well, I shot some. Put their blood in the thing.
More blood for the blood god?
Yes, more blood for the blood god.
More god for the god? More bod for the dad bod? To be fair, we just call that McDonald's. Is it just me, or is this event sometimes just not spawn enough rad stags? Or is some arsehole killing them and not actually paying attention to picking the shit up?
Yes.
What is this? Why is it telling me to gather this lot? What is this? What's going on here?
The ritual sites have been prepared.
Okay, it's
The
gone now.
summoning
What the
shall
fuck?
commence once each of the pyres has been lit. Go, ignite the flames as I release the dust of our wise one.
That's the spawn spot of the rad stags. I think it was just me having a mental breakdown.
Yes. The
I'm going to be
flames of our
honest.
pyres ignite the moth dust. It offers enlightenment.
Ignite the
however
moth
brief it
dust.
may be.
Inhale the moth
children.
shit.
Breathe deep, children.
Breathe deep.
See the world now.
I never do what I'm told.
Eyes, children. Let the dust and flames and fumes.
That was just for you, Mr. 3.
Yeah. See, the thing is, see when he starts saying breathe, if that was me in real life, I'd immediately go up to the fire and fart into it. As they're all breathing. And be like, ah!
You must protect our sacred lights, the fires, from those wretched fiends. Without the fire's glow, our guests may refuse our invitation.
I need to retune my... I don't know what that is. So I can do spooky voice again.
Retune my
Go.
Go XLR.
It looks like an eye to me, but the text is quite small. You go LXR, I won't go LXR. I'll stay here. Wait, what the fuck? I definitely just saw you mutated to get marsupial there pop up on my screen. I have starch genes. I also already have marsupial.
Are you sure about that?
Yes! Like, what the fuck is going on? I'm genuine. The brain, definitely no braining right now.
Let it guide you. Let it show you.
Oh, marsupial serum. Right. I somehow accidentally pressed a button. I'm losing my fucking mind.
The foul demons are headed toward the waterside fire, children. You
I must have marsupial serum on one of my buttons. Or had it on one of my buttons. I have no idea. I've yet to see anyone to shoot.
I think people are kind of camping the spawn points.
Yeah. This is the kind of problem with events like this as well. Like, when you force everybody to come to this event, like, everybody comes and everybody just fucking ruins it. Having a double jump in this game would be fun. Oh, I see a legendary. Brain no braining. Swiper no swiping.
That's right. The map.
We have a double jump. It's called jump then jetpack. That is not a fucking double jump, and you know it. Like, imagine just do. Like, that would be good. It'd be fun. You wouldn't have to have a fucking jetpack. You could have a legendary effect on shoes that could do it. I would love a double jump effect on shoes. Did it at the server earlier with 23 people at the event. Holy lag. Yeah, for literally what this game is, they really didn't take into consideration what happens when a whole server shows up to an event. I want quad on my jetpack. How would you get quad on your jetpack? Does it mean you have the power of 4 jetpacks? Ow. Oh well.
Shout! Expel bile from your guts! Show emotion! Show anything!
Shove your finger in his anus. Yay, 1-star Shepherd's Crook. What I always wanted. Thank you, Holy Mothman, you dickhead.
Ooh, I got the chainsaw skip-to-kill paint.
Nice, congratulations.
And a fuzzy Mothman plushie. Yay, plushies!
I got a taxidermy wood nymph moth plan. I'm assuming they're new, because I've never seen the taxidermy moth plans before in my life. Never once. Right. Either way, guys, that is tonight's stream. Hopefully you've all had fun. We will be streaming at the earliest Sunday, but probably not until next Thursday. We do have content all the way up to next week in the form of videos, so definitely check them out. It would be really appreciated. Now, I don't know if I'm going to raid into somebody. I'm going to see who's live and online, but yeah, we'll see who there is to raid into. So yeah, Mr. Free, are you streaming tonight? Are you streaming now? When are you streaming? Like, I say you streaming now.
Tomorrow.
The chance that he's streaming now is very slim. It's, you know, not 4 in the morning. But yeah, I'm gonna see who's online, and we'll see if we can stream into, well, raid into somebody. But we'll see if anybody's about or whatnot. I got 2 new masks and the throne plus backpack. Nice, Angry. Very nice. Anyway, guys, night.